All right, welcome back. I love that intro video every time. Thanks. All right, so, Mo.
Thanks.
Why don't you tell us what happened last week?
Please share your final words with us.
It was so nice knowing you, Moat.
You were okay.
You all suck. So last week we started out in the east wing of the laboratory on our cannon, where we were going to try to hack in and get any sort of information we could off of the giant terminals that seemed to be controlling the looping video in the security room on the other side. We tried a couple times to get in, once as a group, once or twice as individuals, to little success. And too much frustration, we moved on and tried to search the rest of the compound for anything else of interest. We delved further in, finding a mess hall that was towards the back, covered in algae. We found a food storage room, very, very covered in this glowing green algae, and we promptly noped right out of there, because that's just disgusting. And made our way past the mess hall and into the back area, where we found several cells where prisoners were seemingly held, as chains lay on the ground of those rooms. And there happened to be a body of some creature that had some sort of serum pumped into them that changed them from what they usually were to something different. It was something that seemed derivative of what Dr. Len worked on many years ago, but
I blame him.
He doesn't know exactly what's going on.
No truth value to that.
Hey, it's facts. There was no implication. Yeah, stop denying it. You seem sus.
In a court of law.
You admitted it. Anyway, it's on video. And so we continued on and found our way to the really small corridor that led downwards into the surface of the moon, a sublab of sorts. This room was also covered in the algae, and one dome, some sort of habitation that used to contain something of value, was broken. Another was some sort of plant life that had been overtaken. And as the group began to look around, we found the splattered brains of the contemplative who was once the one who sent the distress signal that we are responding to.
Just by the way, if people don't know what contemplatives are, literally a giant brain. So literally the brains were splattered everywhere.
Yeah.
Big brain boy.
Yeah. Poor guy. He's over there.
There's three chunks.
And
a couple over there.
Yeah, it's not a good sight. Gray matter everywhere. And that's not Moat. So we go ahead and investigate the area.
That pun was.
And found and we found very quickly that we weren't alone in this room, as Dr. Len was grabbed by some creature against the wall, and Moat found himself underneath another creature that had stuck to the ceiling and waited for its opportunity to pounce. And combat ensued, and it's not looking great for Moat.
Get that gray booty.
Help.
And speaking of help, all right, so we're gonna get back into the map here. We're gonna take a look at everything that's going on. We have a couple of chicky nuggies to sort through over here. Moat, we are in the midst of combat, so you're gonna have to keep track that your one chicken nugget from the recap is not going to be usable during combat until this is over, if you live. However, I have a separate question for you, Cooper. Are you fully vaccinated?
No.
Okay. All right. So not yet. Not yet. I believe the only one of us fully vaccinated right now. Honestly, if it was just wait one more day for me, but no. I almost said Seth. Mystic. You are the only one of us that is fully vaccinated as of this moment, which means that Jason Bowman himself has awarded you a chicky nuggy. He would never say that. He would say hero point, but nonetheless, in this scenario, it is a chicken nugget. So you have one to use and is usable in the middle of combat. As Waffles stated, Jason Bowman overrules it all.
Yep.
Woo!
Truth.
I need to push my point. up.
So is Jason like super god or something?
I mean, Waffles is Space Daddy, so I guess he's Space Granddaddy.
That's fair.
Words that I
Sure
never
want
thought
that
would
in
come out of my
context.
mouth.
All right. I'm clipping
Space
this.
Guild.
No,
I'm clipping
please
this.
no.
It's going on Twitter, and I'm sending it, and I'm tagging Jason Ball.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, there we go.
sorry.
Hey, Space Granddaddy.
Then she gets a
Thanks.
DM, so I hear I'm your space granddaddy.
Yeah, exactly.
Moving right along. All right, but just as a reminder, you're gonna have a Herenthal Chikinagi hero point as soon as you are all fully vaccinated, usable mid combat. So that is some fun stuff. But with that, onwards.
Heck yeah.
Oh
Don gave me a hero point. I'm ready.
no!
Woo!
Technically, my name is in there, so I think we both get one. We both get half of one.
That's not how that works.
Yep. Nope.
You can split a chicken nugget in half. I'm sorry, an owlbear nugget in half.
Yeah, exactly.
That's true. That's
Split
true,
an
Don. Which
owlbear in
one?
half, that's for sure.
We gotta
It
say which
screams when
one.
you do so.
Wants us to split one.
That's
You get the
fine.
owl nugget. You get the bear nugget.
I get the chicken nugget.
Fine.
Unless Don says otherwise. All right. Let's get started. Because it's this little, I say little because it's like Eisen size, fungus pod's turn.
Can we
It
get a description and the image again
Ugh,
for the
do
sake
we
of the
want it?
audience?
Heck
Well-
yeah. So this fungus pod looks like it's some type of brain matter that has it's been taken over by the fungus. It's kind of sprouted these tendrils, a bunch of them. It is also opened up and has some sort of mouth that it can definitely eat with.
Disgusting.
Yeah, so just imagine a brain that opens up like a Venus flytrap and like octopus tentacles coming out of it. There you go.
And
That's what
Do
I
you have to roll
say
for like
about that.
sanity or
No. Definitely not
and
Dr. Lin.
It's
He
just
created
cuddling
it.
Moat right now. You know, just cuddling, just rubbing up against him.
Yeah, just
know.
cuddling mode. Got him grabbed up in some tendrils
Gross.
and it's gonna try to bite.
Not if you die, you
You're going-
become a fungus monster.
It's gonna try to nom.
No.
I feel like the smell
Do
must
it.
be unique, right? Like, Moat must be getting the most, like, unique of smells right now.
Moat wears a
you
mask.
guys smell anything?
Moat's mask is air filtered and
Yeah.
has fresh pine scent.
I don't think I could
What?
commit
Poor-
to
poor
one
choice
scent
in
in like
smells.
a internal air circulation system. It would get too strong. It would be like overwhelming.
Please let me know
It's
if any of
very
you guys-
diluted.
Please let me know if any of you guys can smell anything, because this combat would be a lot harder.
Oh,
All right, so it bites down onto Moat. 18 hits Moat's
Ah!
KAC, I assume.
Yep. Even in total defense, I am still getting bit.
You feel
You
like
fear.
you fear and
Also-
feel just 20, 30 teeth crunch down into you. You take 11 piercing damage,
You still up,
and
buddy?
I need a fortitude saving throw.
no.
Oh,
sayonara, Modi?
time to use that chicken nugget.
I tried laying covering fire or whatever I did.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
Hold on. That's
Ooh,
That's
and that's not a bad roll for you.
I mean, it's
it's really
eight.
not. It's an 8.
it's a
Not
natural.
great,
Mm.
but it's not terrible.
Keep it. You might need it. That's my advice, unsolicited.
I mean, you have a better than 50% chance of getting better, but with our group's luck, it's questionable.
With Varso being very close to you.
Let's see what
I'll
happens.
hop off camera. Hold.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I'm keeping the 12.
Okay, you
Okay.
die instantly.
Yeah, you feel this thing pierce into you, and you don't know what happens. Nothing happens immediately. All right,
Good.
it's the Cephaloom's turn.
No big deal.
Not good.
No
Not
big
ominous at
No
all.
big deal. No big deal whatsoever.
I get the
it
sense
is
of a chest burster.
Deal. Oh no.
The Cephaloom-like
It's a brain burster.
body, the husk of the contemplative, takes a swing out at Tetsu this time.
Let's do this.
Oof.
It's actually gonna take 2 swings. It's gonna full attack.
Ooh,
Oh,
that takes
okay.
negatives to hit me then.
It does.
It does. Does a 20 and a 24 hit your KC?
What are you throwing
Jesus
at us?
Christ.
Nat-
the hell, dude?
natural 14, natural 18.
Yeah, they hit.
All right.
Plus
Well.
6s even with the minuses? What?
Yo, the monsters in Starfinder have some high to hits, and I don't know why.
Dude.
Is this
I don't know why,
I know.
but they're wrecking. All right, this thing comes down, 2 little tentacle slashes. You take 7 and then 8 slashing damage. So 15 total, unless you have some kind of DR or something. But two separate instances of damage if that helps you with your points or anything.
Yeah, 7 and 8, so 15. Okay. Yeah. So
Shit.
Tetsu will take it.
All right.
I keep
Well.
forgetting Waffles. I have a reaction that I have never used before because I keep forgetting every time.
Okay.
I need to remember. I have the ability to phase, which can help reduce damage.
Oh, dude. Yes.
Fuck.
Yeah,
Okay.
that would be helpful.
That would have
Yeah,
been
it-
great.
Hey, that'll
It
help
doesn't
next
help
turn.
it.
God.
Yeah, it doesn't help
Well,
it miss. So.
Not reduce damage. Actually, yes, it does. I can use it to help to give it 20% miss chance against one attack. But yeah, I keep forgetting to use it.
Okay. I'm gonna make the call that we rolled the fortitude save already, so I'm not gonna go that far back.
Oh yeah, no. I'm just saying, like, I need help remembering because I keep forgetting this.
For
It's
sure.
3 hits.
All right, now all the players know, and you can remind them
Yes. now we
because
can
I'm
help.
not going to. Tetsu, your turn.
Tetsu gets smacked by this boy twice and is not really loving it. And so, again, his fist just starts to swirl with that lovely, lovely black mist as
Get
he's
him.
going to atomize this thing, hopefully.
Can I like free action just be like, you got this, Tetsu?
Heck yeah.
Yay! 15 against EAC.
Let's
EAC.
see. 15 against
Better.
EAC is a hit.
Oh, thank fucking God. Thought you were gonna say miss and I was gonna cry. So that is... Okay. Ooh. Max damage so far. 3, 7. Max damage 11 plus 15 points of damage as I just pull back and sock him once.
Hell yes.
Yeah.
How do you
as
do
you
so
take-
much damage?
Same as the
D6
creatures,
plus
Waffles.
2 D4s. Yeah, Waffle!
Was that did you spend some
Curious.
points?
Yeah, I spent 2 entropy points to just... It's a hit or suck ability.
Yeah.
So,
For
and
sure,
I
for
have
sure.
to get my ass beat to do it.
Yeah. So you did 15 total?
Yes.
What kind of damage?
Literally the max I can do. What?
What kind of damage?
I'm gonna split it between bludgeoning and acidic, as basically just like as the energy hits, it starts to just deatomatize it and kind of burst at the same time.
Okay.
So I hate to say this, but does your ability have something special that allows it to avoid KAC versus EAC? Because if you split, okay, all right, good,
Yeah, I hit EAC.
all right.
Perfect. You wallop this thing. It is not looking great as it's like you punch it back into the fungus. It bounces off the wall. Still standing though. Dr. Lin, your turn.
Ooh.
Oh boy. Would you describe it as like very rough or just like, you know, a nice moderate smooth goes down easy rough?
Please describe the extent of the roughness.
Yeah,
Oh,
this
me?
body that is No, this body that is covered in a bunch of fungus that you can't. It already looks dead. Literally, the fungus is holding it together.
The fungus among us.
Looks rough.
Among Us.
Okay.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
rough. Just rough. It might look very rough to eyeballs, but you don't have any, so it just looks it's just rough.
Well, I have blind set,
Calling
so
your
I feel I should.
jellyfishness out.
You know where it is.
I'm being
You
attacked
blindly
in this-
sense that it is still right there and standing.
Okay,
Thank
wait.
goodness. Okay.
What exactly does blind sense mean in this case, in Starfinder? I must know.
That's what I want to know. I'm pretty sure we're
I've-
playing this all wrong.
Right?
I've looked it up like 4 times and I forget exactly what it does.
Oh, come
I
on.
don't-
You have to roll a mischance every time.
No, not if he has blind sense. That means he can see without needing sight. Like,
Well, my question is, if you have blind sense, would you have sensed these creatures because it wasn't visual based?
It depends
late.
on their hide check, because if they're not moving, you don't necessarily sense them. It just looks like
Sure. No,
I
this
can
is
still
why
tell.
I'm asking. I'm just
Right.
explaining.
Plus, like Waffle said, if we can smell something, there's the bigger problem here.
Right.
Do you have? I should ask. Do you have blind sense vibration or heat? And this is we're not going
Vibration.
backwards, obviously. Okay, cool. So yeah, none of these were moving.
Yeah,
he
no, I
he may have
imagine.
sensed them, but I can't go backwards.
No, that's fine. I just
he was too distracted with the notes.
Come on, here we go.
Reroll initiative.
Oh, boy.
Oh yeah, it is actually my turn though, so I
Yeah,
will.
Barso, save me.
Okay.
save Moat.
Are you looking like you're
no.
losing? You've lost health points.
What a weirdly specific question.
Yeah, okay, you're good.
you did see him get hit in the
Tetsu's
face.
a little winded. That's
Okay,
about
well, I mean, there's a difference between him taking like a brush off the shoulder and him having a gaping stab wound in
That's
his
fair, that
stomach.
is
You
fair.
know, I'm just trying to ascertain. I'm gonna move behind this like table that's off to the edge of the room. Kind
Tetsu will
of
remember
quotation
this.
marks shoulder my needler rifle and try to shoot the whatever the frick that thing attacking Tetsu is. I'm going to
Okay.
put a
As you move away, one of the tentacles slash out to hit you.
It's a
I'm
tentacle.
going to
10
use
foot?
my reaction. I'm
Okay.
going to use my reaction to kind of step in the way of this as he goes for Moat. Or, Dr. Len.
That's not moving.
That's not Moat.
You
One's
get
a
plus 2
gray,
to your
one's a
AC,
Jellyfish.
Len.
All right, that is phenomenal. Thank you. I don't think it will save
He
me
gets
judging
plus
by
what?
Waffle's smile.
Plus 2 to his AC.
KAC or EAC or both?
Both.
Sick.
Is it 52 hit?
Does a 15 hit your KAC?
Not plus
No.
2.
My KEC is now
No.
16. Oh my goodness, I love
Oh,
it.
yeah!
Tetsu!
Tetsu! MVP!
Coming in clutch.
All right, reaction versus
Heck outta
reaction.
here.
Tetsu wins. As I'm gonna spend my hero point and swing again.
Wait, hold on.
Oh.
It's already been
Wait.
decided you can't.
It's already been determined
Yeah,
that it
you
missed.
can't.
You can't do
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
after you know the
That's
result.
not how that works.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
Verso,
Nice
rule
try,
no, it
GM.
missed. All right, I'll save it for when Moat spins his, and I'll just cancel it out.
Dead
All right,
man.
your turn, Dr. Lin.
Now I'm actually shooting it. And if it hits, I'm going to put a AC reducing biohack on it.
Okay.
I need that.
Was it good?
But I got bad news with this 9 I just rolled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just
You're
hear
killing me.
it like, splats into the wall behind it.
No, this
Just
maybe
gone.
will survive because if Varso's rolling bad, that might mean
That's
the
true.
rest of us
That's
roll well.
true. That's true. Wait, but
Dang it, I've used
Varso,
all my power.
I don't remember from last session. Didn't you try to shoot somebody with a needle and it not work or not have an effect?
That was like because it was a hallucinogen, which is like a mind-altering drug. What's it? This is just like straight up inhibits them.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it just like probably like slows down its dexterity or something if it reduces AC.
But good to know that the other one didn't work. All right.
Yep. You guys have found out as a reminder that mind affecting definitely does not work on these plants through 2 checks now. 1
The
Moat
scientific-
and 2 Dr. Lin.
One
really
trial and
affects me.
error out. Oh, it is
Yep.
my turn, isn't it? Oh no. Okay. I am not liking the fact that that thing looked at me, but I don't have much else to do, so fuck me.
You can do covering fire again.
I could. I'm scared. Because that also drew its attention. No, at this point,
let 'em
seeing
out.
how it, like, actually attacked, and just hurt Moat, instead of, like, aiming down with kind of a shaking hand, well, I guess one hand, at, like, near its feet to try to, like, distract it, she just steadies herself and raises it slightly, and she's going to shoot it in its gross brain mouth.
The creature, right? Not Moat.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, do you have a gross brain
No,
mouth?
it's great.
You don't know.
Is this,
You haven't seen it.
Is this okay? This is your semi-tactical.
Yeah, it's the one I had drawn
Actually,
earlier.
you may have.
That's unfortunately just
Okay.
an 11.
And an 11 misses. You watch it kind of ping off the floor. Still a little shakier than you thought you were.
Yeah.
I'm just
Good.
sorry, just for clarity, in Starfinder combat, when you're shooting into like melee, though, that's like a negatives to hit. Is that
Not if you have a
this?
clear line.
Okay.
Yep. I'm gonna count this as a clear line because Moat's like small, and like if Eisen was on this side, or if the creature like turned Moat around or something weird like that, then she would have a negative, but
Right.
not this
Yeah, it
time.
matters for me, like if I move and stuff.
Okay,
Lens
and
way.
it's shooting into melee, or is it just like shooting into cover? That's the distinguishing factor.
It's shooting into cover. I mean, it'll get cover for your allies. You're not gonna like kill your ally or anything.
Okay.
Right.
In retrospect, I probably should have just done a full attack and hope for some nat 20s there, but that's all I did, and I don't have much I can do as a move action or otherwise, so no, yeah, nope. That's it. I'll stay where I am.
Well, and the other thing too
Alright.
is that most ranged weapons you can't do full attacks because they have to reload.
No, I could do full attacks with this.
Okay.
I have a
Yeah.
clip of like a certain amount, and I'm not below it yet.
All right, Eisen.
Okay, so I'm gonna do what I should have done last turn when I moved, and flank with Moat. I should have done
Okay.
that, but I wasn't thinking in my nervous activity, which
You would have
unfortunately
had
makes it
flanking
so I
and
can't.
a bonus from me.
Yeah, but unfortunately that means that I can't do full attack because I don't think we have a free 5-foot step in Starfinder.
No. Nope.
So that means that I just have to do one attack and hope that it hurts.
Yepers.
I believe in you.
I hope
Kill
so. Our
something
rolls have
already.
been bad.
I hope all of you keep missing. They're not easy hits, I'll tell you that.
We know
You're not
waffles.
making us feel better.
Oh,
You
As
have forsaken the faith I gave you.
As I make a scrunch face at that roll.
Yeah.
I'd like to remind you
That's
that
rough.
you're vaccinated.
I am.
I think
I
you
mean,
need
there's
to use
not-
the powers of the vaccination here.
Yeah. And you know what? I have a real dice here, and I'm just saying F the digital dice roller because it's not
Okay,
hitting as
alright.
much.
Natural one.
And,
Natural one. Natural one.
Hush up.
so I rolled a 9, unfortunately, but
Okay.
that's so 9 plus 6 is 15, plus 2 is 17.
Against what?
KAC.
All right. You reach back,
it's the back leg.
swing. Carrie broke my face. I was ready. to be stone faced. You reach back, you swing, and two of the tentacles come out, like grab your hand for just a split second and throw it off, and you miss the creature. Just barely.
Ugh.
Waffles has a face when you miss it, but
Especially when you miss by one. Especially when you're using a hero point. I love it.
I mean,
Get
it
outta
was
here.
close.
that shit-eating grain was just hiding right there.
Yo,
Before
I-
Moat's turn, I will remind Moat that he has an ability to avoid damage if he gets attacked again.
Yeah, we're like screwed here.
I mean, not
Bruh,
going great so
like-
far. I don't know if this I don't think this big guy's been hit yet.
No, he hasn't.
Tetsu's doing fine, guys.
Rub it in.
To be
Rub it
fair,
in,
this is
Ruffles.
only our second turn actually attacking this dude. He got a
That's
surprise
true.
action.
That's
so it's
true.
like, we haven't had many opportunities to actually do damage.
I mean, after Moat, it's your second full turn, right?
Well, he had a surprise action, and then we went, and then this is
is
the
our
end of the
first.
second.
This was our first full
Oh,
turn.
this was the first. Okay, that makes it better. My bad. All right, Moat, your turn.
All right, so remind
Goodbye,
me, what are the rules for attempting to break out of grabbed?
There's actually an actual action for it. I'm pretty sure it's an escape action is what
Yeah.
I think it is called.
I think it's a combat maneuver, or it's something weird that makes it very difficult to actually escape.
It's a skill. Let's see.
Naturally.
Acrobatics. Escape. It is 10 plus the grappler's KAC if you're grappled or pinned. If you're restrained, it's much more, but you're not.
See what I mean?
That's insane.
So
You ain't
it's an
going
ac-
nowhere.
C28.
It's an acrobat. Yeah, basically, it's an acrobatics roll of DC 28.
Brian,
Like
you
I
wanna kill
said.
us so badly.
It's
You can take
BS.
20.
No, you can't. Not in combat.
No, I mean, you can,
Take you a bit.
but I was just reading the rules and I saw you could take 20. I was like, oh, nice.
I'm assuming when you're not.
Sure,
in
I'll take a
combat
20
grappled, but-
immediately.
No, I still take
said
20
it.
minutes.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Yeah, you can take 20. 20 minutes
Yeah,
later.
20 minutes, I'll be digesting.
There's full
Oh.
defense. Like there's the whole.
I was
action
in full defense.
All right, what
Look.
are you doing? Time to die. Embrace the death.
Okay, so Moat, knowing that they basically have nothing, knowing that mind affecting attacks don't work against this thing, despite it being a brain, is going to go ahead and use their movement action to have Wasp move closer. So Wasp
Okay.
will get within a more direct line of sight to the creature, say in between the stairs and the creature,
All right.
still
For sure.
hovering, and it using its limited AI will fire a shot at the creature.
You can do it.
Okay.
You can do it, Wasp. You can do it. Do it, Wasp.
Is Wasp the hero that we all needed?
24 to hit, actually.
That's a-
Oh my
that's a
god.
big
Okay.
24
Wow.
does hit.
A tickle.
So that's 4 damage.
It rolled max damage.
First blood.
I'm sure it's on death's door.
You watch
Totally,
it
totally.
ping. You watch it ping into there. It looks like it took 4 damage.
All right.
Yeah.
Did you fill it with any sort of toxin or anything by chance?
Oh, I can't afford toxins yet.
Oh.
I need help with
They're
that.
thinking they're
Um,
rich.
Imagine.
We haven't been anywhere I can get them. Come on.
That's not true. We were
Uh,
totally in the middle of like a Upwell space station, you know? We just could have gone shopping. I went shopping. I got costumes.
Yes. I suppose I should have gone searching. Excuse me, good sir. Where can I buy your finest toxin? Potion seller. I need your most potent poisons.
They probably would have sold it to you.
Probably.
They're
But
probably like a
I
health
can't
food
afford
store?
the best ones. Oh, yeah, true. Could have bought some of Zaho's cooking.
All right, what's up?
Moat will struggle to aim the pulse caster over their shoulder and try and just fire it into the creature for a whatever minuses this attack has.
I will let you know that it would definitely take an attack of opportunity on you. Firing in melee does provoke.
Yeah, firing
Oh,
melee is
'cause-
not good.
We'll miss you.
They're still fighting defensively, which will give you less of a bonus than full defense, but it is a defense.
Well,
If it makes you feel better, it is now canon that Zeha is a terrible cook. So you're welcome.
They aren't fighting defensively if they take a shot right now.
True. Moat would know that it's a really bad idea.
Wait, really weird question. The option to fight defensively and covering fire, things like that, like, oh, you still have to successfully roll an attack roll for it. Never mind. I'm sorry.
Moat is going to try to get out of the grapple.
Okay.
Hunch for
It
the
is
natural
DC
20.
28.
They can do it.
And
Can't crit success.
I was about to say, let me tell you this too, just so we get all this. This is like getting close to life or death. So, it is DC 28. Natural 20s on skill checks are not auto successes. So if you can't make it, I advise not to. But if you can, go for it.
Is this a skill check? I thought this
can't.
was a
It's
combat maneuver.
Physically not possible for anyone at this level to make it. Well, maybe not physically, but
You have to build towards
I mean, some people have plus 10.
you have to build to it. Yeah, it's physically not possible for me to make it.
It's not great.
I mean, might as well then just take. What's the penalty to shoot while grappled or shoot in melee?
Being attacked is the penalty.
Reaction attack.
Dying
Yeah.
is the
Being
penalty.
being
could
attacked
die.
and a minus. I think it's a -2 or -4.
Just total defensive.
Well,
oh, you can't because of Moat.
Well, I can't total
yeah.
defense.
Wasp.
You can fight
Um,
defensively. That's really your option.
Okay,
This is rough.
what does fight defensively do? I want to do that.
-4
but-
to any attack rolls, but +2 to AC until your next turn. I think it's worth it. It's an action.
Okay, I'll take the action to fight defensively.
Okay.
Rip. That +2 is gonna
Yeah,
save
rip.
your butt. Watch.
The +4 didn't save my butt, so I doubt it.
He could roll poorly.
He won't.
I've been rolling pretty well.
Yeah, he can roll poorly. He has a hero point.
Hey, Waffles, I have some good news for you. Not only
What's
do you
that?
get to attack Moat, but my AC is down by 2 because I helped Len. So you get a 2 for this
perfect.
round if you're lucky.
Oh.
Heck, yes.
You know, why didn't I just hold its mouth closed and grapple it in return?
Yeah.
You can't
You
actually
could.
do that.
Next turn.
It's not false.
You hug me, I hug
it
you.
is its turn. It is gonna chomp down again.
No.
Phasing.
Am
Nobody.
I not like I'm
actually,
trying to
sorry,
hit it?
sorry.
and-
You are trying to hit it. You have not yet. I was literally about to say nobody has hit it yet. It is, instead of biting Mo, going to lash a tendril out at Wasp
Oh, that's better.
It's the one that hit
because
him.
Wasp has hit it.
Oh.
I hate you.
It saves
If
your
only-
life, buddy.
What, did Wasp have to be within
Well.
10 feet?
I don't know,
You
but
have
there's
to,
a
but-
27 hit.
Oh my god. Oh
What if I told you
Daddy,
no?
We're gonna teach
I rolled bad on damage.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say
Oh.
27 was a bad roll. Holy shit.
No. So Wasp takes 10 bludgeoning damage.
Bye bye, Wasp.
Wasp gets hit by the tendril and reflexively curls in, bounces off the ceiling, off the floor, and then curls back out and is still hovering in about the same place that it was.
Wow.
Okay.
Go, Wasp.
Wasp's OP. All right. That was that thing's turn.
Huzzah!
It's the Cephaloon-like.
What's the
Husk of a
crit?
body
Wait,
stone.
wait. What are crit rules?
Just natural 20s, or like weapons can give you like natural 19s and stuff, but there's no +10, -10 anything.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
That's 2E's
Yep.
awesome roll.
Yeah. All right. This thing's gonna go full attack on Tetsu again
Oh, I'm so
because it can.
sorry.
I got nothing else to do.
Yay.
It looks like it's on its last feet. I've taken 2 full attacks. One's got to be a natural 20, right?
Please no.
No.
2 natural 20s.
All right. The first one is a 15 against Casey.
That is exactly my KAC with the -2.
That's unfortunate. The second one I'm re-rolling because I rolled very bad.
Oh my god.
Wait, you have
First
another
one-
hero point?
No, he
Oh,
didn't
I
use
didn't
the
get to
first
spend
one.
it.
Yeah, you did.
Wait, why
Oh,
does-
shit.
Why
Right.
does Tetsu have -2 to AC or KC?
'Cause I'm
He
now?
reacted
bodyguarded.
and
Yeah,
bodyguarded.
he
Oh,
had a
okay.
Because
reaction.
he's my hero. My king.
Alright. The first one you take 10 slashing damage.
Okay.
The second one is a 29 to hit. And you take 10 slashing damage.
3. Okay. Yep. Looking great. Dr. Len, I'm going to need you later.
You're still up.
That's
Yeah.
impressive.
Wow.
That's
Make it through this round and you'll have
35
all the food you need.
damage. Jeez.
Len's,
And by all, I mean
Tetsu's a
4.
thick boy. Okay.
So
Good.
remind me how your class works, Tetsu, in terms of like you when you get
I'm
hit,
broken.
you get more something. What is that?
Yeah, so entropic pool. My entropic pool grows every time I get, as long as I take like a certain threshold of damage, and kind of as Tetsu's getting hit and like getting just knocked around, like you could kind of see that mist kind of ripple off him. Think
Think masochist.
Well, think masochist. Thinking Black Panther, like with the suit when it gets hit and it
Kinetic
charges
energy,
up.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you kind of see that energy ripple, and like just right now it's curling up around Tetsu's hands as he's about to do round 2 with this son of a bitch.
Get him.
Get him.
Waffles, are you ready? Please, I just.
I'm ready. I've done pretty well so far, so I'm fine.
Natural 19, so close to the 20, but I think this will do it.
It's a miss.
Shut up.
It's a, so far, min damage. Yeah, total min damage. 7 points of damage this time.
Did you spend more
Same.
points?
No, same amount of points. Well, I mean, I spent 2 more points. Yeah.
Gotcha. All right.
So 7 points of damage as I do the same kind of. This time I'm just going to full on like kick it right in the chest, and this time the energy is like coming from my foot as I just bash it into the wall.
For sure. This thing is slashing down at you. Gets 2 slashes. It's coming down for a third, and you meet its tentacle with your foot, and it's one of those epic moments where you watch its tentacle like going to hit your foot and just like disintegrates before your foot even touches it, and your foot collides with its chest, and it goes flying backwards into the wall, caved in chest, and dies.
Whew.
Attaboy.
And Tetsu just like breathlessly like bends over for a moment to just like catch his breath. There's like cuts all along his armor, and he's just kind of like dribbling blood through his mask. He's looking a little beat up, but he's better than Moat probably is feeling.
All right. Dr. Lin.
Okay.
Tough call.
Man,
2 doctors.
it is a tough call.
Not
How
2
bad
doctors,
is
2
Tetsu looking?
patients.
I mean, he's not in the mouth of something. He's
Yeah.
looking pretty beat up though.
Yeah.
But
I think I've just got to go for like the Hail Mary shot on the like brain thing to try and reduce its AC for everyone. I feel anything else would be stupid.
I
I'm
believe in
sorry.
you, Dr. Lin.
Hail Mary!
I'm just the
I'm
cheering
about to break
gallery
out
in
this
the back.
18. Here comes the attack roll.
Don't mess it up.
11.
Oh.
That's an 11.
That damage and that attack roll is all just sad.
Yeah.
Guys, you have to do better than my drone. Come on.
Yeah.
So far, you're
I
just
will
not.
the only. I like to imagine that we're all just so put off by what this looks like, and that's why we're not able to like get a good hit. But like the drone, the computer AI is the only thing that's like targets right there. Ching.
It kind of makes sense to me too, because like I imagine Moat just like on the map he's static. He's not, or they're static. They're not moving, but they're likely being just flung around in the air by these tentacles, like trying to hold on and stuff. And then Wasp is probably in some way able to sense like where Moat's gonna be, and just whoop, gets a shot in there. And you guys are trying to have to like shoot around Moat just being flung around.
Yep.
Yeah, Eisen's getting pissed at this point.
All right, Zeha,
All right.
this thing does not look bad.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
You get
And
the
I
4
have
health and
witnessed.
do it.
Oh, I'm so scared. I can't. Okay, will you allow me to like move? Oh no. This is so freaking useless. Do I think that I can get to Dr. Len in this turn, or Tetsu.
You can definitely get to Tetsuya. You can
Okay.
get to Dr. Lin, but you'll have to spend your move and your action because these webs are difficult terrain. They don't slow you
Gotcha.
down a whole lot, but you have to make sure you don't just like run right through them.
Well, first of all, they're gross, and I will not let them touch me. They'll stain my outfit. So I'm going to duck under the current cobwebs, like to
concern
my
right now.
immediate left, and just rush over to Tetsu. And she comes up to you, Tetsu, and she places both hands on like one of your fists. And she's just like, Tetsu, just, you can do this. This was so impressive. And then she kind of looks a little bit nauseated at like the corpse of the thing next to you and takes a sidestep a little bit further away from it. And then she just, she squeezes your hand and says, you can do this. So that was my movement. And then as my action, I'm casting Supercharged Weapon on your fists.
All right.
You watch, actually, funnily enough, that arm that you've seen Tetsu opens in like kind of like not fully, but like partially, as like lightning starts to just charge up there, as if this is built into him.
Oh.
And he goes, and he looks like confused that it's like activating. And goes, I will do this.
Now, by the way, what is your typical damage type of your fist?
Bludgeoning or acid, depending on my mood.
Okay, so it will
false.
give, so basically, if your next attack is a hit, then the attack deals 4d6 additional damage. So, of the same type that you have. So all I'm doing is just infusing the weird energy around you and your fist. So, pat you on the arm and I said, go get him.
No pressure.
Yeah, don't miss.
Right.
All right. With Tetsu's arm going crazy, ready for a big punch. Aizen's turn.
Yeah, at this point, Aizen is getting very pissed off as he's like watching Moat like get swung around by like his torso.
I got this one already. Did you finish? No? Okay, I'll be right over.
Correct.
Blocking that out, he kind of goes back home for a second. Like you've seen his mind eye that he flashes back to his training, talking to his teacher. And you don't really get to see much of who he's talking to, but he's a child back, and he's flat on his back after having been thrown or been almost stabbed or something, and he's just looking at the smirk on his teacher's face, and he just opens his eyes, and he's gonna try to hopefully slash this thing twice with a full attack.
You got this, Aizen. I'm sorry I picked Tetsu over you. He was the safer option.
-2.
16 and
well, the
7.
the
No, those
-2 is
include-
built
Was it built in?
Yeah.
So
for the-
it's
that.
Wait.
Praise roll 20.
oh no the
What about
but
the-
+2 because I'm flanking, so the first
Yep.
one hits.
The first one does hit.
Oh, thank God.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All right. You watch your sword, the first sword, slash across this thing, and it kind of makes sense for what was going to happen anyway. As the first sword slashes across this thing, and as you watch it cut it, I didn't do this with a wasp dart, but you watch your sword cut into it, and then you watch its like very soft skin and shell begin to kind of harden over in response to being cut.
Oh, no.
Oh, great.
No slashing damage.
BS.
No slashing
So
damage.
He just actively lets out an expletive of some sort as he sees that this thing can mutate on the fly.
Real quick. Immediate. Somebody think of a future space expletive. Sugar.
Sugar. Owlbears. Alright.
It's probably
Okay,
something
that's
from
too
his
far,
home
buddy.
planet, but I'll think of it later.
All right,
any,
Mo,
like-
it is your turn. What's up, Dr.
Do we have
Lin?
any idea what that like was? Like if he's right, it was like developing a resistance, or if it was like healing, or
You can definitely make knowledge checks in y'all's turn.
okay.
On your turn, get wrecked.
I mean, you definitely saw him slash into it. And then the second slash, I'll even say you saw, like, it wasn't going to be as deep of a slash. It was going to be, like, just a nick. and you just hear like this almost metallic ching, like he hit, hit the tip of his sword hit a shield.
Oh no! Oh
Sounds
no.
good. And by good,
And
I
we
mean
saw
bad.
the fungus in the hallway react whenever we did anything to it, right? It actively moved away or
Oh
did
right!
stuff.
When I did one thing
So-
of magic to it, it then you could do it once, and then that same type of thing wouldn't work again.
Right. So if they're any way related, that's like
I'm happy that we took the time and we investigated this because that will definitely, in canon, we can think of this.
And now it's Moat's turn.
Knowing that they
Still
have
grabbed.
basically nothing that they can do,
I am coming.
Moat is going to do their absolute best to try and keep this thing still for whatever attacks come their way. It hurts, but God, don't bite me again, please. And Moat is going to try to grab/grapple the gaping maw of this brain tentacle.
I'm holding its tooth.
All right, give
My
it to me.
throat.
Is that an athletics check? Or what is that, an attack or a check, or I'm not sure how it works.
Isn't that right? No, that's a military vehicle. Hold on, I'm looking it up right now.
It's a
Everything-
combat maneuver, so
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
that's what I
combat maneuver.
figured. It's a stupid ass combat maneuver.
But I think there's
The same thing as
modifiers for
escaping.
grappling the thing that is grappling you.
I mean, it
If an attack roll equals or exceeds target's KAC plus 13, target is instead pinned.
yeah. So it's KAC plus 8.
Yeah, all
try to
combat
grab.
maneuvers are.
Melee attack for KAC plus 8.
Just kidding. I have full defense.
Oh god.
Curl into a ball. Just curl
Sorry,
into a ball.
Matt.
We got this.
This has
Oh,
turned
God.
into a very
you-
bad combat for
This is
Matt.
a really bad situation. But
If you are
on
looking
the other hand,
for an expletive, you can now use smeg.
Yeah.
Smeg
Thing
works.
smells like smeg.
Schmeck,
Smeg,
Smeg.
Prax.
Fuck you, smeg.
schmeck. Let me smeg and go. All right.
Wasp will go ahead and take their attack at it, though. After.
Okay.
Yeah. Same distance.
Damn you, Pengu.
It will use its reaction to attack.
It misses, sadly.
Yeah, that pings off of the metallic shell. It takes its reaction to attack.
Oh no.
It hits. Wasp takes. I rolled minimum damage again. Wasp takes another 10 bludgeoning damage.
Oh, 10 is minimum damage. Oh, good.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Oh boy.
So this time, Wasp doesn't get back up. Wasp
Oh.
No. What?
is down.
But I did
Rip
attack
off.
it, so hopefully you won't get attacked this turn.
It's true.
I mean, it
You
just used its reaction, so.
did in fact attack it.
Oh, well, yeah, that, yeah.
So it is going to attempt a full attack on Eisen.
Huzzah!
First attack is a tendril coming at you. Does a 14 hit your KC?
No, it does not.
Nice.
All right.
Angry sword parry.
Second attack is the bite. Because you can do that.
Rude.
Does a 20.
You know, I don't want to say it does, but for you, sure, it does.
For me. Yeah. All right. Well, you're able to parry the tentacle. You're watching it more, and like with your arm up, it gets a nice little chunk into your elbow. And you take 12 piercing damage. And I need a fortitude saving throw.
Huh.
I don't like all these fortitude saving throws that are happening.
It
Guaranteed.
turns out
it
Rock
is
is pretty, fortuitous.
Yeah.
Very
Fortitude.
nice, very nice. A 21.
Hey.
Rock does seem
Rock
fortuitous.
tootin'.
Same as Moat.
Some
You don't feel anything happen right now.
some people say fortuitous. Some people say fortitude.
Fortitudinous.
You're done fortitude. All right, Tetsu,
I
your
like
turn.
mine better.
So Tetsu can't use his entropic ability because he has to rush over. So it's really great. His arm's all popping off right now.
Hells yes.
He kind of runs past Zeha, rounds the corner, and just starts sprinting and just Superman punches at this thing full force. Hopefully flanking. All the good stuff.
Come on.
Fuck, it's cocked.
All right.
It's cocked. Hold on.
Nat one.
Shut up.
It rolled on the natural 19 again.
Yo.
Oh my gosh.
My goodness.
Yes.
God.
Good golly.
Yes, I knew you could do it.
That's it.
Well, it helps. All right, 2d6 or 46 on top of my.
Misses.
Shut up.
So 3, 7,
Quote of this combat is me telling Waffles to shut up.
14.
No, I refuse.
21 points of damage.
The long
As-
waiting period of waiting for Tetsu to count.
Dang.
That's
I have a lot of dice to roll. Yeah, Tetsu just rushes up and Superman punches this thing as he comes running around. Did I just a mix of bludgeoning and acid again?
Okay. All right, you watch Tetsu's fist lay into this thing, just a lightning charge, kind of giving him an almost like rocket boost looking like propulsion to his fist. He lays into this thing, he cracks the metallic shield around it, and you watch like some acid and entropic forces kind of phase over this thing. It pulses with energy. It takes all of this damage. Not looking great, but then you watch a film of acid begin to coat it.
No.
Does it look like the hardening went away from my attack?
Yes.
Oh,
Whatever
joy.
touches it, it turns into.
Okay.
Huh.
Adaptable.
That's
good to know.
unfair.
Dr. Lin, I think your adaptability is being used in the wrong way.
If this is your fault, I'm going to take it out on you later.
Moat's melting. Moat is melting.
Len, he's gonna try to shoot the thing again. Let's go with the neither rifle shotgun with lower AC if this hits by some miracle. 9 is not a miracle.
Nope. You actually watch this one like go to hit it, and much like Tetsu disintegrates things on the way in, it like touches the acid and is just like melts.
Oh,
Goodness gracious.
no, that's bueno.
And then I'm going to, as a move action, do my thing with the like computer that's embedded in his like left arm, and we'll try and scan this thing using the move action identification check I can do. So in identifying it, I get a 20 for a 31 in life science. And does that help me figure out what this thing is doing?
Nah, you got no idea. Yeah, hold on.
Such BS. I don't have to roll, just 31.
It adapts to that, and you can't figure it out. Yes, you do get the sense. It is basically everything that you peeps have surmised. It is likely a piece, and like judging by like picking pieces and kind of like just trying to put them together really quickly, it is just a small piece that has grown from this contemplative's brain that was taken over by the fungus. It touched the fungus at some point. It has grown into this creature, and it is definitely adapting, much like everything was in the hallway. And you're getting the sense by watching this now having evolved. In the hallway, you thought, all right, touch it with magic. It's magic adapted. Well, now you get the sense that the last thing it was touched with is what it is adapted to, and not anything else. It doesn't stay adapted to anything else. Like slashing will do just as much as it had.
Okay, yeah.
Besides that, I can tell you, I think you already knew this, but I can tell you that it's vulnerable to fire. And
Yeah.
that's really all you can really get from it. Otherwise it's a creature you've never really seen before.
All right, then
Would
that's
be
good
great
to
if
know
we had
that we
fire.
were right. Okay, that's the end of my turn. Len's not going
Okay.
to like communicate any of this because everyone generally has an idea, and he is not happy right now.
For sure. I'll give you a small extra piece of information. You can, and I figure you'll make this jump by yourself, but you can assume it does have something to do with your serum. Say how your turn.
Oh, you heard it here first, folks. Okay.
We could
I
use some
have
covering fire.
Yes, I know. But first I have a question, because one of the common combat actions on my little cheat sheet here is a coup de grace. And the only description I have is that it's an automatic critical hit. So I have a feeling... And then if the target survives, they must make a fortitude save or die. I have a feeling there are some other things to do with this. Because I just do
It
it
has
all
to be
the time.
helpless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Helpless.
They have to be
tied up or
helpless. And recently I've learned that Starfinder is slightly different than Pathfinder. Paralyzed is not helpless. So if that ever comes up,
Okay.
Is sleeping still considered helpless?
if they don't hear you and you make a stealth check, yes, absolutely.
Perfect.
Fascinating. All right. So what I shall do, covering fire or a harrying fire? No, I'm gonna go with harrying. Okay, so I'm going to sidestep around this column once again, kind of through ducking under, taking my time to not get touched by this, and I'm gonna come this way so that I am just not in Dr. Len's line of sight.
Sure. So up around the north of the creature.
Yeah, trying to also have a clear access to the creature so that I'm not shooting into like where a bunch of people are covering the creature. And then I shall lay down harrying fire so that my allies get a +2 instead of the AC, because we need to kill this thing.
That's the next attack gets a +2, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
On the next attack
All right.
versus attack.
All
Give me
attacks.
that
forever
harrying
offers.
fire.
Yeah.
I didn't know she could like designate someone.
Right, no. It's the next attack, which should be Eisen, which works out perfectly because he needs to get that hit in there.
Eisen's not gonna attack.
Yes, the rock samurai won't attack anything.
Tetsu just
Look,
puts his
he's
hand
giving
on
you
your
a
arm.
+2.
Let them
Oh.
die. They want to
That's a
live.
13.
Yeah,
So
that's not a
close.
15.
No, it's not.
Womp.
That's
You
true.
just ping ping shooting the ground.
I'm just really scared of hitting like anybody, I think, so I just shoot it too far away and it's not even concerned with my shenanigans. What they say as
Feels
#unlucky.
Bad. Hashtag unlucky as you shoot the ground a couple of times. Eisen, this thing does not look great.
So
And
it has
Eisen.
like it has like an open mouth, right? Like I want to just try to like bisect the thing. Like my 2 attacks are basically just going to be like one in its mouth and then him putting his whole weight to try to just like cut this thing in half.
One in its mouth.
I'll put one in its mouth. Yeah, I hear you for sure. But now,
So I meant to do the full attack, but it didn't save when I said yes. So subtract 4
Okay.
from that. Or
Hey.
yeah,
Alright.
subtract 4 from that.
+2. though.
misses. Oh, +2. Yeah, that hits.
So that's 10 damage on the first attack.
All right.
One more.
Okay.
End it.
Finish.
And a
it.
miss.
Yeesh.
Or not.
It's looking rough as heck as you get your sword like
Three.
inside its mouth, slash like the roof of its mouth in a semicircle. You go for the final stab and it bites down and you have to pull your sword out or it's definitely going to eat it.
However, it is no longer
However.
coated in acid, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, actually. However, I need a reflex saving throw and it's no longer coated in acid.
Oh no. My
Wait,
thought is
reflex
at the
saving
very
throw.
least, if
From Eisen,
Ooh.
the
4.
person that attacked it while it was coated in acid.
Oh, okay.
All right. Shouldn't be
Rock
too bad
salt.
for you.
No,
Should not be too
like,
bad.
Look, he's not. He's heavy. He's literally made of rocks, folks. Like him
Yeah.
failing a reflex save.
all
is-
we need is to
get
ensure that both
melted.
Tetsu and Eisen hit every time, so they just alternate the damage type and still can hit. That's perfect.
Yeah.
I like how we're
Not-
melee damage focused and have basically no ranged ability.
I know, that's so weird.
In
Like,
this
y'all went
party.
to Starfinder and you're like, you know what? Let's be sorties. Let's go.
Well, first of all, I have a gun. I just am not the most adept
Do
at
you?
it.
Do you?
All right. You take 6 acid damage as like you slash it, and out of its mouth, like at that point, some of its blood had become acid as well. And just like your slash, when you're pulling back your sword, you sling acid on your body. You take 6 acid damage from the burns, and its body
How-
begins to coat over in like a shiny metal again.
How hurt does it look?
Very.
Okay,
Like,
then I won't.
last
I
legs
won't
hurt.
absorb the acid. I'll just take the 6. I won't. Yeah, I'll just take the 6. I don't want to go down. Actually, you know what? F it. Eisen's upset. He's taking the extra damage.
I want the acid.
I'm so mad I'm gonna die.
You heard it here first, folks. Eisen's taking acid.
So I take a full 10 acid damage, but that
Okay.
4 is saved for later. His body turns a cool acid green, and his sword seems to glow strangely.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
All right. Moat, this thing looks horrible. So does Wasp, and yourself probably, and Tetsu.
Moat is
It's a great day.
pissed that Wasp just got hit. Fuck you. And he's gonna just go for the angle while he's being swung around and try for a shot while he is
God.
being flung. Full attack.
All right.
Full
Okay.
attack.
Go
Hold
for that
on.
nat 20.
Ranged attacks, or sorry, not ranged. Reactions happen first.
Oh.
Yeah, he gets a reaction because you're shooting in
Wait,
range.
those happen first? What?
Yeah.
Yep, that's always
Oh.
been the rule. Reactions happen
Yeah.
first for anything.
But you can use your reaction here if you want.
You can. You can.
That's true.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, I do want to use my reaction.
As Bjorn says hi. Hi, Bjorn. Hi, puppy.
Hey, buddy. Hey, buddy.
Ranged and penalties. Let's see. If you make an attack with a ranged weapon from a distance greater, that's not what I want. I want like ranged and melee. Hello. I'm just trying to make sure. I don't know the minus. I don't know if it's -2 or -4. We're gonna call it -2 right now. That sounds good.
Sure.
All right, you take a -2.
But you have to roll to attack him first.
Does he
I
have flanking?
agree.
But
No.
you
not
also
with
have
range.
a 20% chance to miss.
That's true. Let's go and roll that 20% chance first. 78. That's not a miss.
No, that's exactly the number you picked. You
Yeah,
said
you didn't
Oh,
let
is
me
it?
pick the numbers.
90.
We're not picking. This is a
Come
miss or
on.
something. It's the low numbers.
Tetsu's gonna see Moat desperately trying to stay alive, and Tetsu wants Moat to survive.
Wait, hold on. Isn't
Tetsu's going to. Oh, I'm not within 5 feet. I keep thinking he's like just up in the air, or they're up in the air and just
Yeah.
wiggling.
No,
But-
they're being held over there.
did you roll to attack mode?
I'm getting ready to.
I'm
about
going
to.
to.
Yeah.
Well, I'm likely not, considering, you know,
I think it was done
minimum
out of order,
damage.
and that 1d100 doesn't count.
No, I said I'm gonna roll the 1d100 first. So
Right,
it
to
wasn't
see if
done
it
out of order
misses at
because
all.
I exclaimed it.
Well, isn't the reaction triggered by a hit?
I guess technically.
No,
Because he wouldn't
no,
have used
the
it.
monster
No,
gets to
it's
attack.
triggered by an attack if it gives it a miss chance,
Okay. I don't know.
right? Like you can't hit and then maybe miss. I don't know. You tell me,
I
Mo.
think she's talking about the monster attacking, but the monster attacks because Moat's trying to fire. In
No, I'm trying to
melee.
understand
No,
the
I-
trigger of the reaction that Moat
She's
has.
talking about
Yeah.
phase.
The
What's
phase.
what's the specific trigger for phase?
gives a mischance against one attack.
Okay.
So that is in response to it attacking, which is attacking in response to me attacking.
What came first, the chicken or the egg?
Yes. Does a 14 hit?
Oh
I'm not in full defense.
no.
I don't have any bonuses.
Fuck. Why does someone have
We'll
to go
miss you,
down
Mo.
every combat? Fuck.
It bites you for 13 piercing damage, and I need another fortitude saving throw.
Do I take any penalties to that since I'm unconscious, or is it just normal?
No, just normal. It's your body.
Oh,
16.
what?
That's
Funnily
not bad.
enough, you feel nothing.
I feel
Alright.
pain.
You guys watch as this thing, Moat goes to shoot it. Just fury, like you guys can watch. Like
Moat-
Moat's. Actually, Moat, you tell me what happens.
Head looks over as Wasp is slashed or slammed into the ceiling, and the bordering around the mask just goes in a creeping red that eventually takes over the whole mask, and just a black angry face appears, and Moat just starts to take aim, and you see Moat kind of like blur a little bit as the creature is beginning to lash or bite out at them, but Moat just can't make aim in time, and their arms get bit and they fall unconscious.
You watch Moat unconscious in the creature's tentacles, as that's why we're going to take a break.
Oh God
Oh,
damn it!
The
Oh,
only
no.
thing breaking here is Moat, okay?
I mean, this creature's pretty broken.
oh my goodness.
Hey.
Not by me.
I got it. Let's go.
This
Can't
is why
just
we hate
kill my
waffles.
drone and me. Screw you,
All right.
man. I still think I should have gotten to fire the
That was
shot.
fun.
On that note, then we shall go to break, and
Are we on break or
Are
is
you
it?
talking, Syrup? We can't hear you.
Uh,
Well, everybody,
hold on.
hello.
Can you hear me?
We're still
I
on
know.
air.
Yes.
No, she's not coming through at all.
There you go.
oh, I heard her for a second. Okay.
Hold on. Give me a second. All right. You can
We're
hear
back. We're back. Oh, can the audience hear?
me? Okay.
Weird.
Yes, we can hear
Oh
you.
yeah, of course the
Yeah,
audience
that's
can
what
hear
they
me
hear.
because I'm going directly to them.
Perfect.
Okay.
We couldn't hear you.
That's fine. I left Discord and came back. It does that sometimes. All right, friends. We very appropriately, our Be Right back screen is Moat themed, so we shall collect our thoughts and our condolences to our good friend Moat, and then we
memes.
will leave him for dead. I mean, try to save them. All right, friends. We'll be right back. Stick around and find out how things go. We love.
One.
Alright, we're live, guys. We can end the funeral. Wipe your tears.
Yeah, we were discussing Moat's replacement character.
Sorry, yeah, that was
All right. I made a promise before she even subbed, but I said I would let my players finish out the Lord drop if Pingu wanted to sub, and here we are with a new with a new sub and a Lord drop. So everybody
Wait,
finish
no,
out
you're
the
only
Lord drop.
doing that so we have to wait longer for the
Making
next
me
turn.
invest my hard-earned syrup drops, Waffles?
You have like 800,000.
I
All
finished it.
Extortion.
Oh.
right, Carrick finished it, so the Lord drop's about him.
Ooh.
There once was a person from Florida, and he sucked.
What an
Wow.
amazing
Ian.
lore
Wait,
drop.
that's all of us.
Actually, I
Wow.
can.
It's just Florida.
Thank you.
Where is
Joey-
Space Florida?
This is a true lore drop. We should go really in depth. And provide your social security number,
no,
your
no.
personal
Oh, come on! I want to see us
We had
die.
this conversation like 4 hours ago.
Waffles has the opportunity to kill both of our characters right now because we're both low.
All right, you ready for this Lord drop?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Well,
let's do
first.
it.
First, what are we first?
Oh, we're doing this in the middle of combat. Okay. Never mind.
I'm about to pop it down.
Alright.
Yeah, he's cock blocking us from the finishing the
Alright.
fight.
We have Mode unconscious on the ground. Wasp is destroyed. Tetsu's about to die. Aizen is in health, not looking good.
Yeah, no, he's not doing great.
Yet, elsewhere in the world, we find ourselves in a place where even the vast emptiness of space feels off. In some way, form, or fashion, it just doesn't feel like space. Those that have been here or understand the concept of time just by looking around them know that this is the drift. Sitting with absolutely nothing around us, we watch as a small canister-looking piece of technology floats on, turning slowly. We hear a low droning in the background that eventually turns into beeps. We hear beep, 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 beep. Even though in space no one can hear you beep. The beeping persists as an unknown amount of time passes until we see a rift open up and a small one-person ship appears out of nowhere. Watching, the ship slowly drifts beside the object, the beacon, matching its speed. Inside, we see what looks to be an elf, with blue tattoos spreading all over their face, and something between fantastical spirals and sharp, cyberpunk-esque hard edges. Their white hair hangs over their icy green eyes as we're transported to their point of view. No spacesuit, their bare hands in front of them. We watch as they grab something from beside them, some sort of syringe. Looking at it a moment, they see a green liquid with black bug-like looking creatures inside it. They jam it into their forearm, grimacing as their veins bulge a moment. The green able to be seen through their skin, the black creatures crawling under it. As we zoom out, we watch their hatch open up and their bare hand reach outside of the ship into space, grab the floating piece of gear, and the beeping subsides.
What?
And now we're back, and it's the pod's turn.
I just want to say when you first
That had
started
to be like the-
describing them, I was like, is this some weird version of Tanacle? Because you said tattoos, an elf, I was like, okay. Then you said
I always
white
knew
hair. And I was
Tanacle was
like,
a bad egg.
Thank
Tanacle had
goodness
face
it wasn't
tattoos
Tanner.
for sure.
I'm so interested. I want to know. Okay.
That's elsewhere in the world. Here,
Here, the campaign ends as we all
Yeah,
die.
just roll your
This
damage
thing.
already. Let's do it.
this thing is mad as heck at Tetsu. And therefore it's going to
Aizen.
bite Tetsu.
Aizen was the one that just last hit him.
That is true.
Tetsu did a crap ton of damage. And
I
it's
don't
like-
know, man.
That's
I
fair.
don't know.
It's going full attack because I really want to kill y'all, and it's on its last legs. So it's going to try to bite
does have a
Tetsu, and
minus.
if Tetsu goes down, it is whipping Aizen. So let's go. Bite Tetsu.
Protect me, Aizen.
Do we have any
Tetsu does a 20 hit your KAC.
With the -4?
With the minus
Oh,
four.
yeah. Oh, yeah. Natural 13, natural 11.
what?
It does, and I'm gonna mitigate it, but I'm sure that's not gonna help if its minimum damage is 10.
Its maximum damage isn't great, but does 15 piercing damage kill you.
It doesn't kill me, but Tetsu goes
Dang.
down.
Darn. I need
you
a
go
fortitude saving throw.
Yeah,
Oh, fuck.
yeah, I've been getting my ass kicked, like, for the past, 3 rounds.
Does
All right,
his
Barstow.
initiative
Uh,
drop?
Barstow, I'm killing
28.
people. I need battle music.
Oh, yeah.
23,
Sorry.
fortitude.
Okay. Yeah, just like everyone else so far, you feel nothing.
Great, great. Not
Tentacle coming at Aizen. Whip-ah. Does an 18 hit your KC?
With the -4.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Like I
Then
said,
yes,
natural
it does.
13, natural 11. This thing's got a plus 11 to hit.
I'm so excited for Zeha and Len having to finish this with
Right?
their great rolls.
Yes.
I am panic looking at like over my shoulder at Dr. Len at the moment, like for sure. I guess Dr. Len, do you see facial expressions?
Glenn,
He smells
Glenn
fear.
understands facial expressions.
He
For
can
sake
feel-
of these, we're
he
gonna
does
say
have a
yes.
visual organ. Like a jellyfish can like kind of see, kind of. They have like a thing in the front of them.
Oh no.
I don't know
I
if
imagine it-
jellyfish-
Have you ever watched? Is it from Predator or Alien where like they see in gray? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
Or maybe
with the connected
no.
sense.
Have you guys ever watched Pitch Black?
No.
Oh
Okay,
yeah.
that's it's the movie before
That's
Vin Diesel's Chronicles of Riddick.
Oh.
And the aliens in that movie, they see in this like it looks like white noise, but they
Yes,
basically
yes,
see
yes.
in white noise, and you can see like the outline of Vin Diesel's face. And that's what I imagine.
Yeah, if you
Dr.
just
Lin
said
sees in.
Riddick, I would have been like, yes, I know what you're talking about.
Yep.
They can see light apparently, according to Google.
Okay.
So yeah, I can see facial expressions.
Okay,
All right.
cool.
While this class on jellyfish is interesting, I'd like to know whether I go down or not, please.
Yeah. So this creature bites Tetsu. Tetsu goes down, limp in the creature's mouth. While Tetsu is being dropped out of its mouth, slashes sideways across Aizen. Aizen, you take 12 slashing damage.
So here's a question for you: if you're exactly at 0, does it have the same as Pathfinder 1E, where I'm not technically down?
That's a great question.
Oh my god, Dr. Len!
Do their initiatives drop as a result of like going down, kind of like in Pathfinder 2E?
No.
Fuck.
But like, my question is, am I unconscious if I'm exactly at 0, right?
Yeah, for sure. I'm looking it up right now.
I think so.
Tetsu.
Yes, yes, because you can't be reduced to fewer than 0. In Pathfinder, exactly 0 is different because if you go negative con, so like if your con's 10 and you go negative 11, you're dead.
Right. Okay.
This game you cannot go less than 0. You can't go negative. So 0, you are unconscious.
He takes the hit, but then he stumbles and stabs his sword into the ground, and just kind of
doing it.
supports him. Like he's unconscious, but he's still like half standing, just laying on
Just
his
passed
like
out
sword
over the
blade.
sword.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Light
need some
fades from your eyes, you
two-
see a jellyfish sprinting at.
He commits seppuku.
I'm gonna need some 2 red X's on the battlefield here to fully represent the direness of this situation. Oh my god.
Seha,
Yes.
no pressure
No
for you
pressure.
and Len.
At
But-
all.
But, you know, in
This
a
is
second, you guys are about to be
terrifying.
bored to death.
Yeah.
Before we get there though, Tetsu, it's your turn.
Tetsu is no longer dying. He is stable, and I can't spend another resolve point right now to be at 1 hit point, right?
You cannot. It's once per turn, but you do stabilize. Spin that resolved. Dr. Lin, it is your turn.
Now, Dr. Len would be a lot more aware of the rules for taking opportunity attacks in this game.
Sure.
If I were to run up hypothetically to our Rockman and hypothetically heal him for 4 hit points on my turn, would I provoke an opportunity attack from being within 10 feet?
What is your heal? Is it a ranged attack?
No. It is. Let me
And
just.
I'm gonna say no. Everything
just
I've
check
seen about
real quick.
attacks of yeah, go for it.
It's just a standard action.
I'm looking up just to make sure, but I'm pretty sure not.
Can I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
This is a little meta-y, but I don't know how it would translate to not be meta-y. If you heal Aizen, the monster goes first, I think. Oh, no.
No,
No,
never
I
mind.
go.
No,
Aizen's
I'm
before
sorry.
the monster,
I
that's
read
why
that
I'm healing him.
completely backwards. You're right.
Yes.
Yeah, otherwise
Don't
I'd
get
be
meta
hitting
here.
Tetsu, no offense.
Attack of opportunities. When you threaten a space and the opponent moves or is moved out of that space in any way other than a guarded step or withdraw, you can take it. When you threaten a space and the opponent makes a ranged attack, you can take it. When the opponent in space threatened casts a spell or uses a spell-like ability,
This is an extraordinary ability, so it's not a spell like.
then you are absolutely fine. That's why they have
Amazing.
extraordinary abilities and stuff.
Extraordinary.
Like seeing everyone go down in like a matter of seconds, Len like just kind of shakes his bell, kind of steels himself to move towards this thing he is partially responsible for, maybe hypothetically, if you believe the accusations the media is making against me, and will just kind of like take off around the corner.
The accusations you made with your susness?
And wordlessly get up to the side of Eisen, kind of kneel down, take out this like purplish like indigo liquid, and just like examine the Rockman for a second, then inject it in between the cracks and give him 4 hit points.
Oh my god.
Actually,
All right.
Nope.
I just
Be quiet.
realized something.
You're
I
dead.
think.
Wow, precious.
So I have 4 hit points, yes?
Yes.
You have 4 hit points and you are no longer dying or anything. Zehavumti. It is your turn.
I'm so scared. Oh
You
my
shoot
god.
it, takes a swipe
crying.
at Dyson.
It's okay. It's minimum damage. Is 10. Okay.
Kill Ice, maybe it'll think you're on its team.
I mean, that just means it's crit. Minimum damage is 20. That's fine.
So I have 2 options here. One of them is to take a full. Would I be shooting into a disadvantageous area if I shoot into this right now?
No, because Eisen's prone.
Okay. So I have one option, which is to do a full attack action and pray that one of those are nat 20s. Or I have a very,
You do.
very, very dangerous thing I can do.
Is it cool?
Cool is not
That's
the
always my
question. The
favorite
question is, would Zeha do it?
She's
Does
not.
Zeha
cool,
want
you're
to
right.
be cool, or does she want to be lame? Ask yourself that.
Zeha's never been in this situation before. What's Zeha thinking right now?
Zeha is
Fuck.
panicking about as much as Syrup is panicking, watching her allies just fall around this creature. And you're right, she is not a combat individual. She doesn't do this and has never done it before, but she has shot and killed a Kefak. She has since been in these like high intensity, high stress moments, being in the middle of literally a dragon's den. You know, like she's suddenly realizing like this is life outside of the Idari, and these people are going down, but they're my associates, and they were becoming my friends. Oh hells, what do I do? And she hasn't really made a successful hit so far. So fuck. And one of her arms goes up to cover her face as she runs through the web, brushing it out of the way. The other arm with the gun just kind of down, pointed at the side, not even aiming at this creature as she runs up to it and just sticks her hand out, one of her third hand, onto this thing and tries to channel some of the electricity on her, one of the charges on one of the mercy pistol, whatever, like her phone, it doesn't matter. Just channel it through her hand and cast Jolting Surge into this thing.
All right.
Terrifying.
What is that? Is that an attack roll? Is that what's going on
That
here?
is a good question. Yes, it is
It
a
might have bad saves.
melee attack roll against EAC.
Okay.
Can she get flanking with Eisen? She wants.
Is this a spell or spell-like ability?
This does not trigger provoke attacks of opportunity. That's what I was looking at.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Very, very good.
Yes.
Most melee spells will not trigger.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, good ruling.
Oh.
Wait, spell penetration 21?
Oh man.
Oh.
That's it. That's against their spell resist if they have it.
Oh, but that's
Wait,
my
could
first
she have
roll.
flanking if she moved across from
Yeah,
Isaac?
it depends
That
on where
might
you
still hit.
moved. Yeah, where did you
I mean,
move
wherever
when
I
you,
feel
like,
is most
hit?
advantageous. That's fine. But
Would she have flanked?
Oh yeah.
if she thinks that yeah, she would go around and trying to dodge its tentacles to get the clearest like touch on its body.
Okay. I'm gonna play this like you've definitely seen like Aizen and Tetsu purposely position themselves there, so you're kind of like following suit.
Sure.
So you do position yourself there. You do get that flanking bonus. This thing was KC 18, EAC 16.
Oh,
goodness.
oh.
As you watch her reach out into this
Oh my
thing's metal shell from the slashing damage that it's taken, and electricity just coursed through it. It begins smoking, and it falls.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Oh
I
my
forgot that if I hit it
God.
again because it was metal, I would have had minuses to hit it.
No.
It would have had DR. But
Oh, that would have been fine. My acid would have eaten through it. Okay, we were good.
Oh my
Perfect.
god.
But you guys watch Zeha run up, electricity surging. This thing begins smoking and just falls limp kind of onto the ground.
I'm gonna say that I run up kind of almost in a straight line, catty corner to Aizen, and I at the last second kind of like take a half step to the side to fully flank and get that chance to touch it. And as it falls, my hand is still like out where it was, and she's like, you can start realizing just how badly she is shaking and terrified and just frozen.
And I deleted the initiative order, but I'm going to keep us in a faux initiative order real quick. Moat would go before Dr. Lin.
Resolve. point.
Aizen, you would go before Moat. If you want to attempt to stabilize him, you can.
Do
There's
I
a
need special
medicine
equipment
check.
to stabilize him?
I think so.
Then I can't. So
Okay. Then eventually it would come to Moat's turn. Moat, you spend a resolve point to stabilize.
Mhm.
Okay. Just wanted to keep track of resolve points and everything.
Yep.
That drops us out of initiative order. Moat and Tetsu are stabilized. This thing's dead.
And Tetsu.
I'll
And yeah,
heal them.
you guys can spend resolve points to get up or heal whatever you want to, but we are out of initiative order. And you guys
will
have
heal,
successfully
yeah.
cleared this room.
bits of Eisen are just falling off, like
Oh.
actively, like chunks of like crystal,
Ew.
and you can see like the electricity that's turned green is just like sparking all across his body.
Tetsu's eyes
Slowly,
just slowly open.
the arm drops to her side, and she is like all four arms are wrapped around herself, and she's just standing there staring at this thing. She's still in shock.
And as you're all beginning to get up, hold on, you're gonna have a chance to roleplay, but as you're all just doing the final actions of collecting yourself, you watch this thing's just smoking. It's smoking, and then
Round 2.
I'm gonna say even without a perception check, Aizen, Tetsu, and Dr. Lin, kind of because of where you are, you guys watch as just out of the corner of your eye, this plant that's in this pod over here to the east.
Don't do it.
We had a glitch the matrix earlier.
Oh
Oh no.
Oh,
Round 2. Fight.
And you watch this plant and this pod just boom, disappear. It's gone.
What? I am
What in the
guaranteed that was
storm's
necessary and important. Zeha sees none of this though.
Yeah, Eisen just looks over and he just like audibly goes,
Thanks, Jim.
Jam!
Len
Jam!
doesn't say anything. He just like heals up Moat. Like so, Moat and Tetsu add 4 hit points, please.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, Moat wasn't using resolve because his resolve is quite broken down at this point. There.
And Tetsu isn't even getting up. He's just kind of laying there, but his hand reaches over to like rest on this pod thing, and slowly just starts to blacken and disintegrate this creature.
Yeah, I think Eisen also has just stabbed the sword into the corpse, and the acid from his blade like surges into it, and it also eats. Like it's just this thing is dying painfully, and like nothing's gonna be left of this corpse.
I think it is about time for us to leave.
That would be much better than staying here. Yes.
Can we destroy this place? I don't want any of that thing waking up again.
We'll leave the door open on our way out.
Maybe we'll just shoot at it a couple times from space.
Give me a life science check real quick, Dr. Lin.
Alright. I thought you said earlier if we did that, everything would probably die. 24.
I didn't say everything would probably die. I said that it would likely die over time. You just watch this thing adapt
yep.
in seconds.
Never mind. Yep, never mind.
Yeah. So you, having never seen something like that, you're not sure if it could, honestly. You think it's probably 50-50 at best. So if you want to take a 50-50 risk, then that's Dr. Lin's choice. But you definitely think it's probably a coin flip that this thing adapts to space.
Question. Based off of that, and what we've seen, Eisen is pretty sure if we blow it up and then expose it to space, the odds are this thing is gonna die.
It's
I don't know,
algae.
man. I think we need to just like tell the Starfinder Society to quarantine this thing.
Tetsu is just gonna struggle to his feet and say, "We should get back to the ship."
Yes.
Agreed. I'm gonna
No.
do a lot
Scrapes
of
the
rest.
scraps of wasp off the floor and is already starting to walk back up the stairs.
Grabs his broken teddy bear.
Len will start to walk out too, but as he passes by, Zehai is just gonna like pause for a second and like glance at her, like out of the corner of his bell, and say, "Nice work back there," and we'll just like walk out.
She still stands there for a second, and that's probably one of the first things that like snaps her a little bit out of it, and she just like looks a little confused as you're like already walking away. What? And then she just follows.
Eisen is specifically waiting to go last. Like, he's letting the squishy people, even though he's horribly injured, like, his bodyguard instincts are kicking in and just being like, he's pushing the catatonic poor girl in front of him just to be like, you go first, I'll be okay.
As you all begin to get out, could I ask for an intelligence check from everyone?
Yeah, I was gonna say 2 things. One, Tetsu wants to check himself to make sure he doesn't have any of this algae on any of his form. And
Okay.
2, he wants to grab and also check the robots because he wants spare parts.
11.
Natural 20 for a 24.
Holy. 18 intelligence for me.
4.
10.
11.
It is colossal brain hours.
Dr.
Listen, I
Lin,
used up all my rolls.
Dr. Lin and Zaya. Dr. Lin much more. Like, Dr. Lin, your initial is quick. You may have not even got out of the room, honestly. There's a lot of things, as dangerous as this room might seem right now. You all walked out unscathed just a second. And there's a lot of things that haven't been looked over, including the body of the person that owned the lab and that plant that magically disappeared. as a scientist, it is very hard for, I imagine it would be very hard for Dr. Lin to just walk out without knowing what could have been left behind.
And for
Calling
what I
the
know,
as a science card on me.
and probably, me, I was just completely out of it. But as Dr. Lin says something to me, and then Eisen is kind of ushering me forward, is when I'm like, wait, and she'll turn around and just kind of look over the room. Is there anything on the tables that is left at all?
No, not on the tables at all. It's a bunch of broken glass. You see some spilled liquid. Again, the tables look like they were very meticulously gone through. Like potions would get knocked off tables. Like this is glass on tables, liquid on tables. Like someone took a hand or a hammer or something and just smashed these things.
Okay. And I'm assuming I noticed the plant being gone as I actually look around, and I'll head in that direction.
Yep. Okay.
I'd like to search these 2 tables that are kind of along the back side of the room, see if I can find anything of worth.
Sure. That's what I was telling her. But give me since you're actually going up to him, give me a life science check real quick.
21.
Okay. You're looking through them. Where the liquid has spilled, you actually see is it even possible, but even less of a green film. It's also the same colored liquid that you had seen upstairs in the middle room. And that gets you to thinking that there might be some sort of resistance or like antidote. You don't know if it's preemptive or postemptive, basically, but to this sort of disease if people know that they were working with it.
Okay. So I think whatever's in the middle room might be an antidote.
Yeah, and then you thinking over the middle room, you remember bottles being in the food room. And as gross as it is, maybe you don't want to go in there. Maybe it's dangerous. Maybe you get attacked. But you start thinking in a science brain. When you mix up something bad, it doesn't stay in a bottle. It gets destroyed. So you get the sense that any of the liquids in bottles currently that are just sitting there are likely good. Or versions of this serum. But they're either against the serum, drugs, or versions of the serum. They're all useful in your idea.
And all of those serums or antidotes here are broken, right?
Yes, everything's broken on these tables.
Didn't you
All right,
mention
Len
in
will
the
pipe
main
up and
room
say
that there weren't anything left? I thought they were all
No, I mentioned on the
there
left
was
table
green.
that there were a bunch of green vials full of liquid.
Oh, I missed that.
We assumed it was the algae.
Yeah, I think I don't know what y'all are saying. I don't even remember if that got said, but y'all walked past them. But now Dr. Lin coming up to here, there's definite spilled pools, and Dr. Lin would note this as a scientist of the algae, even spores of the algae hasn't been able to form on there.
Yeah, Len will pretty much relay that information and say, on the way out, we'll need some way to take that with us in case. What?
I was just going to say, Eisen has been staying in this room while you guys have continued to search, seeing that you guys haven't left. When you turn around,
for sure.
Eisen has been making sure that you don't get attacked by other fungus monsters.
Can I inspect where the plant tube once was?
Absolutely. What do you want to know about it? It's definitely gone. And without a perception check, the glass is definitely still intact.
Okay, so it's gone from the inside. I wasn't sure if the whole structure was gone or anything like that.
The glass is still there. It's still bolted into the ground. You assume a tight seal. There's no hole in the ground. It's just gone.
Is there any residue on the tube or anywhere in it of its contents of the plant? Maybe brushed up against the glass or something like that?
Yeah.
Dr. Lin.
Good.
Is this was this plant or whatever was here to do with what your research was? Do you know what this is? I don't know where it went, but there's some stuff here.
Would I recognize anything about the plant? Like,
No.
it's like, okay.
It looks like the fungus. It looks like maybe a slightly more advanced version of the fungus. You get the idea that, kind of looking it over, I'll say that you get the idea that this plant is probably where the fungus originated from.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
And it was, you're thinking about it, and it was very quick, likely, especially by the timeline of things that you assume have developed. The distress signal went out like 3 days ago. You get the sense that the distress signal might have been going out maybe when this was happening, maybe before, but within 3 days, nobody would live in these conditions. Within 3 days, this much fungus has developed throughout the entire laboratory.
Yeah, Len looks at it for like probably 5 seconds and then just kind of like lowers his bell in almost like defeat. I think, well, if the other similar display case, and he points to the other side of the room where like there's shattered glass, is broken, I'm sure. Oh, I'm sure that's where it came from. And for whatever reason, this has disappeared. It's obviously somewhere else now.
Let's hope it doesn't spread the way this one does. Do you have a means of... It kind of looks at the cobwebs of algae and stretching across fire to burn this?
Me? No. Nothing of the sort. Sure, our best bet would be to beseech the Starfinder Society to send, troops with flamethrowers in or something. I don't know. Something that's beyond our ability.
She's
the Starfinder
uncharacteristic.
Society was funding this place.
Yes. And you see she's uncharacteristically like complacent, like okay, then let's go, I suppose.
I want to look over the contemplative before we go.
Yeah.
Sure, yes, of course.
And could I examine them, unless like Eisen was going to do something?
I was going to, while they were doing this and seeing that it seemed relatively safe, he was just going to like not medically check him, but like check his pockets, see if he had anything on him that he was like clutching.
Show me the money.
The brain pockets.
He had a body.
You do find a couple of things on the body of the contemplative. You find a
3 gold pieces.
breadstick with 1,120 credits on it.
Ooh.
For a second, I thought you said
find-
breadstick. And I was
Yeah,
like,
that's
You find
He
a
went to
bread-
Olive Garden.
You find a breadstick from Olive Garden,
I
a
gave
biscuit
the
from Red Lobster.
confused face.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
Red
This man
Lobster
has good
biscuits are the
taste.
best.
Okay, you find a cred stick with 1,120 credits on it. You find a key card that is kind of slipped in the inside pocket of his jacket, and you find a mercy pistol. This will be my, I often say the 1 GM help. This will be my 1 GM help of very often guns can just be sold back. Obviously they're not worth as much as they are just brand new, but like fixing a gun up that's broken, and this one's not even broken, but like grabbing armor and guns is money.
Okay.
Eisen would know this too because he has weaponsmith as a profession. So
Yep.
Is there any chance we think this keycard might access the computer that we were struggling to get into?
If Eisen shares that, I can take computer checks from everyone. If not, let me know, Eisen.
yeah, he's not hiding.
Speaking of that computer, though, Tetsu, as he's like unloading the robots, seeing as the plan was to basically grab the computer tower and leave with it, he's currently loading up the ship with dead robots in the computer.
Okay. We'll definitely say that the computer is probably last on that. So like you're like
Yes.
getting ready, you're kind of setting them all to the front door. The 2 robots are there while they're checking over the key card here. Zeha, Dr. Lin, and Eisen. Moat, if you're in there, you guys can give me a computer's check.
Moat would have, as Tetsu was beginning to take the robots, would have thought real quick and began heading back down the stairs, say right before the key card was mentioned. Think there's a chance that the other body's gonna, grow up and be like one of these things? You should do
If it
something
didn't
about that.
already, I don't think it will.
Well, that one was dead already.
So yeah,
too,
Moat's in
but-
there.
Yeah, and Dr. Lin, I'll roll over some of your really high life science checks. No, you think that this husk was taking over after death and had just become alive. Everything you've seen with that one had already become alive and been killed
Okay.
with the one single bullet through the forehead.
Right.
Yeah. I think
somebody was
it's
here.
already dead, gratefully.
That makes me wonder who
Wow.
was here.
It was someone from the society or who had permission to be here. From what I could see, it seems like they were only attacked by one robot, and they didn't hack it.
That's an assumption. We don't know that.
From his bodyguard check earlier, he was that was part of the information he gathered.
No,
From
but not that he was a
studying the
Starfinder
scene.
person.
Well, yeah, not.
That's
but
what she's
that-
saying is the
he's-
assumption.
Yeah. He also added, or someone who was allowed to be here, like someone with security clearance to be here. Whether
Or just someone
just, yeah.
very, very good at what they do.
But I'll take that computer's check from Eisen, Dr. Lin, and Zeha. Moat, you as well if you're in there when the key card is mentioned.
Right, yeah, that's what I was
That's a
saying.
10.
I
18.
came back down before that mention. 22.
For sure.
Eisen and computers don't mix. Yeah.
Okay. Moat and Zeha, you definitely, especially with all your like intense tries to hack into this, Moat, especially going back to it, you did see a key card reader. I don't know if any of our listeners are military listeners, but it's very similar to a cat card reader. It's where you like insert an ID and it reads a barcode on the back. But it basically you get the sense that this would bypass all of the hacking that you would need to do.
Excellent. Now we don't need to take the computer out. I'd rather remove as little as
Come
possible.
on.
Let's go.
Now could I examine the body to see if it has any injection wounds on it?
Sure.
And
Go
to
ahead and
maybe
give me a
ascertain
med-
how those...
Yeah, give me a medicine check unless you want to like take 10 or take 20.
How long would take 10 take? Like a minute?
10 is 10, 20 is 20. Very, very like straightforward. You take 10, you get 10 on the dice, you take 10 minutes. You take 20,
Okay.
you take 20 minutes, and you get a 20 on the dice.
I might take the opportunity while at this point Dr. Len's approaching the body for more. I would see if I could take the key card from you, Eisen, and head over now. She just wants to be out of this room.
If something happens, just make sure you scream loud or something.
She nods silently and starts walking towards out of here.
Moat will go with
It's just
Zeha.
laying under the computer.
Yeah, as the computer is already gone.
Which cord? Which cord?
I don't
Tetsu,
want to waste
stop!
much time, so I'm just gonna do a
Wait.
normal check.
Okay, give me that medicine
Oh,
check.
Dang it! At 30, that's not
Oh,
good at all.
dang.
God.
What?
I failed.
Len, get out of
Too
here.
bad you can't shoot a gun.
Idiot.
It's almost like I'm a doctor. Dang it!
You didn't take your hat off. We figured it out. Yeah,
Time
you're
to
looking
die.
What do you want to know exactly? Because I'll basically tell you anything.
The answer to the universe. No,
42.
Oh, okay, sounds good. I want to know if they're injection wounds like the other one, or if not, like if there's like the mold is stronger in some point where it looks like it might have like gotten onto the corpse and originated the transformation. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, I'll give you probably more than you actually wanted with this medicine check. You'll enjoy it.
Heck yes.
There are 0 injection points. That leads you to believe that this this algae is very strong. And as we have all decided, it can take over organic matter. That said, his doctor's been working with it for, you're not sure how long, but I mean, probably more than 3 days, and has never been taken over. That leads you to believe that dead organic matter, such as books or dead bodies, is much, much easier to be taken over. Like a body's system can fight against it, like a disease. That leads you to believe that anyone that got bit by that fungus could possibly have a disease.
I'm fine, guys. I swear I'm not gonna be a tentacle monster today.
Okay. Len kind of like
Got some new additions to my dungeon.
slowly looks at like his arm tentacle where he had like been bitten. And I know I rolled like awesome on that fortitude save. I'm not concerned, but Len's pretty concerned. And he's just gonna stand up and just start heading out.
That antidote's looking better and better. Takes 5. Oh no, there's none for you guys.
I rolled...
Robots. Sorry, robots are being. I'm gonna cut you off, Dr. Lin. Robots are being loaded up into the spaceship. Tetsu and everyone else is kind of coming back, except for Dr. Lin and anyone that was staying with him for now. Zeha, by now you're at the computer. Tetsu's probably in the room with you. Was getting ready to take the computer.
Got to move myself, but Mo went with as well.
Yeah. Hold on, Tetsu. We found something. And she'll approach and swipe the card.
It's more of an insert, but yeah. Sorry.
She swipes it anyways.
Yeah, not to destroy it. Yeah, you
please
swipe
insert
it.
Card.
You swipe it like it's a debit card reader or something. Doesn't work. You realize you have to actually insert it in. Just leave it there.
You're
got the
ruining my
chip
immersion.
It's for security
purposes.
The
chip reader,
if you... Yeah, basically. It's for security purposes because if you swipe it, you can let someone else access it, but you have to leave your card there, basically. The military version, anyway. Okay, you leave it in there, and you are immediately brought to the screen, typing away, and you get to the files that you want to. There's not much else on this computer. It's very quick. You find out that there are 2 further encrypted files, and I'll tell you where they are as I'm reading all of this off. Be ready to take notes if you would like.
I have a dog on my lap.
I'll also post this in our Discord. 324 AG to 326 AG. The experiment shows years of data being collected from attempts to subtly change environments by growing plants in environments that don't normally grow in it. .327 AG. The Starfinder Society begins to back this experiment as things are looking promising. And these are obviously my cliff notes for very long scientific explanations. 327 AG mid-year. The experiments have stopped providing any more information or further promises. The society threatens to remove funding. 328 AG. A new breakthrough has happened. That is where one of the encrypted data are. 329 AG. A year long of new data and very quick collection shows that atmospheric change can happen in controlled environment, but the change is aggressive to whatever specimen it is provided to. Questions about how sentient races would react arise. Questions about if that is medically irresponsible arise. 329 AG. Another very long entry titled Final Computations. Further experimentation ended. Continuation with controlled atmospheric adaptation continues. And that is where another encrypted file is.
Okay. What year is it currently?
It's currently, I think I told y'all 330.
Okay.
I think that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just looking for.
And
So 1 year after all of, like, there hasn't been a file for a year, basically.
I suppose we can take 10 or 20 to try to get to those encryptions. How would we typically handle that?
Sure, if you wanted to take 20, it'd be a computer's check. It's a hacking check. You don't have to worry about countermeasures or anything. So if you want to take 20, go for it. The only thing you'd ever have to worry for is like a nat 1 corrupting the file kind of thing.
Would we want to? I'll just look and check with Moat and Tetsu and just say, do we want to take the time and leave the information here, or take it with us and do it on the ship?
Shoot.
That does make sense. That would give us all the time we want, but I would be concerned about Grace having it, honestly, because if we're giving Grace to the Starfinder Society, we don't want them to know that we know, right?
I suppose we can. Do I think we can plug it in without giving Grace access? Like, can I put it to a power source without it connecting to Grace?
You're not sure with an AI. Like,
If
it's
you
fully
mention
integrated
that-
with your ship.
If you mention that, Moat will say, because Grace connected to my mask, I figured out how to, provide some power boosts to systems so I can provide a limited amount of time that we can use it without ever connecting it to the ship power.
But I just think in that case, why don't we take some... Look, we can tell the others, let's just take 20 minutes while it's connected to a power source, see what information there is, and then we can decide to take it anyways. If it's not... Once we know the information, we can decide if that's something that is dangerous for Grace, aka Starfinder Society, to potentially obtain. But at the same time, there's nothing that says that they don't already have this information.
Yeah, that's true, considering they backed the experiment.
Let's take
They did
20.
stop it when they found it was dangerous. Yes. Is this what it looks like?
Well,
no,
they
'cause
stopped
it
when
was-
it wasn't providing results.
But then it provided results. So,
And then they stopped
as far as
providing.
we know, they're still funding this area, and that's what we were at a Starfinder Lodge on Leovara, and they were still supportive. So, I think.
Well, it said experiment ended a year ago. Right? That was the last entry. Was experiment ended.
That was the last entry, but
Yeah.
there was months and years between these type of entries before too. Like, it went from 327 AG mid-year to 328, and then went from 328 straight to 329.
I would
And then
like to
another
take 20
329.
and do it now.
If we have to choose a encryption to break, I say break final computation.
Do we have to pick?
Yes.
You don't get the sense you'd have to pick. If you took 20, you would get everything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, my take 20 would be a 29. So.
I'm gonna be at 30.
Okay.
So
Sure.
we can definitely
Yeah,
do it.
you guys taking your time, giving, just literally just running through all checks, making sure you haven't missed anything. You actually find 3 things. I said there were 2. There was 1 hidden as well.
Ooh.
You find one that obviously it isn't labeled this, but you figure out through a long series of 20-minute checks that it reveals the real security footage.
Ooh.
Mm.
The one under 328 AG, a new breakthrough has happened. The encrypted data tells of a serum that was provided by a nameless organization from the vast. They are being sent details of the experiment from now on, along with the society.
What? No name.
No name.
How strange.
Yeah, how strange.
The 329 AG is an encrypted voice file that I assume you guys play back.
We all love
Yes.
audio logs.
And I would
Oh,
also add
yes.
this, by the way, because we're taking 20. I would assume that at this point we have gathered everybody here, given the rundown, and let everybody listen to this together.
Okay. So everybody can be in the room by now.
Also,
we'll
Moat wants to copy all this data onto their mask
for sure.
mask hard drive.
Yep. We'll do a little retroactive if you wanted to like collect any of the potions, Dr. Lin. But right now, all of you are in the computer room, and you guys hear final data entry. Yalion 2235. Thus far, the serum from the corporation has provided excellent results. Results that I am personally scared to continue. I will no longer be continuing this experimentation, though I will attempt to provide fake data to the nameless organization that provided the serum. They have a couple of times visited thus far. And I am scared what would happen if they continued to visit. And I said I was not continuing the experiment. I will be providing that the data stops here, that it is no longer worth it to continue these experiments. What I hope is that if you're finding this, and this is the last entry, that this doesn't get out into the world, into the universe, because it can't be allowed to. End log.
Oh, it's really
Thanks,
unfortunate
Bart,
that the
for
algae
the
was
world.
taken. Or glitched out.
Whoever did the glitch the matrix, I hate you.
Screwed it.
well, no. Let's be
Thanks,
fair
Jim.
here. It's also our fault. There's plenty of people that took a long rest that we could, we took
So-
5 hours that they had full reign.
I think that
We would be dead.
we're both correct, Mystic. They had access, and they're incredibly skilled from this mysterious corporation. What does the security footage show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please.
You guys walk back over to the security footage. I'm going to summarize it, but you see long-winded. These are like playbacks of security footage at this point. Like you guys can go back and look at it. Like the security footage now shows what you seen, obviously. Like the cameras are looking at the live feed. The playbacks, however, show that all of these cells were full of living organisms. Some of them animals, some of them people. And some of them would be bought food. Some of them were never injected. They were taken over by algae, basically died. Kind of like that plant you saw. Like their body just kind of grew algae out of it. The mothers were injected. Some you saw were willingly injected. Like when the injection was brought, they were like presenting their neck. There was one, and you can kind of identify it to the room that is off by itself. The one that Eisen found first, right on the computer study. That is the only room that you ever saw that like something was kind of being done against someone's will. Minus obviously animals and stuff.
What type of creature or alien or humanoid was it?
It looked like a human. It actually looked like a somewhat Acatonian human. Very red in skin.
Okay.
Len has not said a word since like the voice log played.
And after kind of, this has been quite a while, so Zeha slightly returning to her sense of self will eventually turn to Dr. Len and ask, what year were you researching your similar aspects? That was the duck.
What would the year
Say
have been,
Hotmarks.
Waffles?
The year for you would have been about 325, 326. So, like
I
4
don't know
years
what-
ago, probably.
I don't know what this is. This isn't anything like I don't know what they're doing.
Were you adapting plants to harsh environments?
Was that your original?
We tested on plants, yes, to adapt to harsh environments, but not like this. Not
don't-
no atmosphere. And sorry, 4 years ago, Zeha, we were testing 4 years ago. I'm sorry.
You don't have to apologize, and we don't. She kind of looks around and corrects herself. I don't blame you for this. I think, however, that you have more insight and knowledge into this than perhaps many others, and that may put you in danger.
Dr. Len, if you were experimenting 4 years ago, then your people did not help 2 years ago. Are your people from across the vast? Do you think they are the ones who are helping, or is that somebody else?
Primoria is across the vast, right, Waffles?
Primoria is within the vast, yes.
Well, that brings
Well,
up a
if
good
the
point.
mention of a corporation didn't make it blatantly clear, yes.
You know
yes.
this corporation? You know who they are? Was that who you
Len,
worked for?
Len takes off like his glasses again and like rubs under where they were, and just like lets out this like small like groaning-ish noise, kind of like wobbly. Yes.
And
It's the Tellus Corporation. I didn't work for them.
Tellus?
No, I Tellus, Telluz. I was a freelancer, and I worked back when I was still on Primoria with another Cyphozoan, Rim. We worked on the adaptation project for something like 10 years. And when we were finally at the culmination, he took the research and sold it to the Tellus. And I'm sure you can piece together everything that's happened since.
Well, where did that leave you?
Rem had the kindness and foresight to tell me to get off the planet before the Tellus killed.
So you are in danger. Does
Yep.
the Tellus Corporation know about you?
I'm sure they know, but I suspect they stopped looking some fair few years ago. Figuring, well, it didn't matter at this point. And it hasn't. I haven't done anything for the scientific community. So they probably don't care about me.
Well, and in the footage, did we see the person that came in here?
Yeah, it's the contemplative.
No, the one that came in
Only
here and
the
shot.
contemplative?
The one that killed the robot.
Oh.
No, actually, you don't.
I
I
assume-
will say that you are all good enough at computers. You see a very clearly, and it looks to be very quickly, like erased part of a file. That is basically the camera skips from the thing being alive, like looking up, and then it's down on the ground with a bullet in its head.
I think we need to do the same. For your sake, Dr. Lin. I don't think they need to see you in the security footage as well.
Agreed.
I'm going to try to erase with yet another spell. I'm going to cast it.
Before you cast that, do we want to just, with your expertise in what the contemplative said, shouldn't we just break it?
Break what?
The whole terminal.
Well, we can do that too, but I mean, if somebody can access the drives, then I mean, they could get to it, even if it's broken.
The only sense I will tell you, the only sense you get of breaking the whole terminal, breaking the whole terminal would definitely erase everything. The only sense you get against that is the front door would no longer work. Like in terms of electronic security lock.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, but
Eisen would have still said that. He's not computer savvy enough.
should anybody be able to reconstruct or repair the broken things, I would like to erase the footage of us here. Either way.
I think erasing is smart.
Only that section, or just erase all of it? That's what I'm saying.
I believe
Based off
I'm
of
limited on the sheer quantity of data that is here, so I will focus on us.
Fair
I
enough.
assume the last couple hours, probably.
These Tella's people seem to be working on their own, separate from the Starfinder Society. Are we telling them and having the Starfinders help?
I think they...
I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know enough about what's going on to make the right call, but if the Starfinder are in bed with the Telos Corporation and they're doing this,
Do I feel like they were
and
together with the Starfinder, or was it that this operation, like the people here decided to do this behind their back or anything like that?
Yeah, I'll tell you based on Dr. Lin just kind of knowing science logs and how this how this experiment went, and all of this information comes from Dr. Lin, obviously, so feel free to share it or not, Dr. Lin. But you get the sense that the science experiment was beginning to fail of normal type of like help, basically like normal science experiment. It was not going to work out. It was slowing down too much. It was definitely about to plateau. The contemplative was definitely about to plateau. It took this serum from a nameless corporation and began providing very quick data afterwards, quicker than it had. Like it had been like 3 to 4 years, and it got like, yeah, we can kind of get plants to do stuff, and then a year later it was working on sentient organisms.
And do we get the sense that this coordination with the corporation was behind the back of the Starfinder? Like they didn't know?
Yeah, it sounds
Yes,
like the guy was failing. It was like, I don't want to lose my job.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
were
Basically,
threatening
yeah.
to
The
remove.
Starfinder Society threatened to remove the funding, and then they found the serum and said that they decided to tell the Starfinder Society and this nameless corporation.
Right, just send a
Yes.
copy of everything, because what does it matter?
Then here's what I think. I think we do need to tell the Starfinder Society, because half of the reason we came here was to secure relations with them. So let's not destroy it. Let's destroy still, just in case it gets to any wrong hands. I would still like to destroy the footage up until since we got here, and then after that, we bring this computer in its entirety. I don't care if Grace has it or not, and we hand it over to the Starfinder Society and emphasize how much of our lives, your lives, were put in danger for the process.
Can you
I agree.
not destroy can you erase us from the footage but leave the creatures as they moved?
Yes. I can certainly try anyways.
It'll be big blank spots. You definitely don't think you can just like erase you kind of thing.
Oh,
But
you mean
it'll
the
just be big
attack
blank
in the
spots.
cavern?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no, no,
Tatsu
no.
wants to, like, the monster.
All of that would be... I can't. Yeah.
At the very least, it'll show the corpses on the ground on the live feed.
Honestly,
you
I
could
would
do that
just
for sure.
destroy the sections with Dr. Len in it. He only got in the fray directly, occasionally.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Tetsu's gonna go He's gonna go back and take, like, pictures of these things.
True, we
Okay.
we can just, we have cell phones. I always forget this. We have cell phones in this world. We can just be like, snap.
Easy
The
enough.
old cell phone.
We'll just... If I can do it properly, then we'll just say that, the camera stopped working before we got here. And then we just show them what we show.
I mean,
Sus.
yeah.
I-
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, what's that spell?
I'm pinging it. It's a complicated one. Erase removes writings of either magical or mundane. We don't care about that. I can remove about 1,500 words of computer code or of data files. Additionally, I can remove glyphs and magic. Again, not anything. Now, this isn't a camera that I'm erasing that hasn't already downloaded, right? That's different too. This is already in a hard drive. So,
Yep.
magical writing and computer programs must be touched directly. I do have to succeed on a caster level check for the item level of the computer's drive. Not like, again, it's not continuous data like a camera feed, so I will let you
Sure.
tell me how you want to do this.
Yeah, I'll say you could definitely erase all of the files that are basically backing up so the file's already been written down. It is now computer code.
Right.
I will say that you can erase that code from the point that you guys entered downstairs and on,
Perfect.
and including the code of like when you went into the room and checked this body.
Yeah, then I will do that. And there are no cameras from where we are to the exit, right?
No, none.
Okay. Then let's just take the computer, and with that removed, we'll take it with us.
Okay. I will need the caster level though, because it is computer code. I will need to check.
Okay, that is
Don't roll a 1.
It says basically magical writing and computer programs must be touched.
it's a DC equal to 11 plus the caster level for the magic of the computer's drive. Okay, so it's 11 plus whatever
Yep.
your item level is. Oops, sorry.
Yep.
7 million.
I'm just gonna roll a
I know
flat
it.
20. 8. Fuck
Oof.
me. Plus, we're level 2. So that's a 10. Oh, I failed. Anybody want to give me a chicky
Yeah.
nuggy?
But you should be able to. It should add your caster mod, right? Whatever your.
Her caster level, which is
Oh,
2.
it wasn't caster mod. I misread that.
I mean, you can cast it again if you wish. It's just a spell. It's not like you die, but
Oh, that's true. Well, this will be the last spell that I have with the reserve from my spell cache. So one more time.
Well, wait, before you do this again real quick, you look like you're a bit hungry.
Oh, he's giving you the nugget.
I'm giving you the nuggy. All right.
Ooh. Okay. All right. All right.
You're not supposed to use it if you already know the result. That's what you guys told me.
This is a
No, I'm just
separate-
kidding. Go ahead.
I'm
separate
casting
roll.
another
It's
spell.
a new check.
AC.
It's a
Yeah,
brand new check.
she failed and she's doing it again, so I'm doing it before
Oh,
she
I thought you were
rolls.
re-rolling that first one. Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
no.
Give me
No.
that roll.
Ooh, it's a spicy nug. Okay.
I want spicy.
And then the re-roll.
Yeah. The 4. Okay. Natural 4. Chicken
What
nugget
the
reroll.
fudge?
Okay,
And
the
a
digital
natural
dice roller
7.
is out, man.
It's an
I
8
don't
and then a
care.
4 and then a
It's
7.
out.
What the heck?
Roll 20. You're supposed to be
Alright.
helping us. What the hell?
I'll ask
No.
Grace to do it.
Eisen, tell that to Arso's nat 20s.
Okay, that's your last spell. You
I'll try it again tomorrow.
something's up. I mean, you're in this lab. You don't think you can erase this. Dr. Lin, were you collecting the potions?
Yes, but before I want to kind of like when everyone's still around each other, say before we go, I will need everyone to carefully examine each other for any algae that may be on you, naturally, and on anything we remove from here. But more importantly, I was examining the body of the contemplative, and I believe that there was no point of injection. He merely got infected with it post-mortem. That's to say, you could certainly be infected pre-mortem if you were, say, bitten by one of the creatures that were as a host for the algae. So, anyone who was bitten, myself included, will need to be monitored very carefully.
They have
And
nods.
I will attempt to figure out how the antidotes work. And he pulls out like the vial that has a piece of algae in it. And I hate to do this, but I think taking this out may be very important to learn how to combat this. If you disagree, please say so.
I want a sense motive.
Ooh.
Okay. Give me a sense motive.
And I will add
You're
that.
screwed, dude. I have a -1 to charisma.
I will also add that
14.
I think one of the reasons that she kept failing that spell is she's still shaken from everything that happened, and so it's just she's trying so hard to cast the spell and it keeps fizzling out, and she's just like not focused, and so she says she'll try again tomorrow.
That's a 9
sure.
on diplomacy.
Yep. Moat and Eisen, you both, for the most, like, Dr. Lin seems like he's shaky. He's definitely seems cautious about removing this, but you also get the sense that he might think it's the best way. It's hard to read. I mean, he doesn't have so much of a face that's making facial expressions, and he is a scientist that is connected to this somehow. But you think, like, he's been earnest up till now.
Does
Okay.
anybody have means of setting fire to all the algae in this entire building?
Tetsu removes a lighter from his pocket.
We could shoot it with the ship.
Here's my consideration to this, Dr. Lin.
Caster.
You need this to understand the antidote, and I think that is completely fair, and I also think that I personally trust you to do the right thing. I would like to keep the fact that you have this away from both the Starfinder Society and anyone at all. I think this should be kept under lock and key so that it is just us. And then when you are done with it, you destroy it. However,
I agree.
if we were to leave here and inform the Starfinder Society of everything that is going on, then there is nothing stopping anybody from coming in here and just taking more samples. Whoever that may be. But I don't have the means to destroy it.
And that's not to mention the plant that disappeared. Wherever
That is
that is,
out
I would
there
be
somewhere.
shocked if it did not become relevant again.
To be honest, if that plant is gone, it's probably better to just let the Starfinder Society to have access, considering it may pop up again.
Fair enough.
They may be able to find an antidote or a way to destroy it better.
And then hopefully Dr. Len can mass produce that as well.
Yes, but if the formula hasn't been changed too much, hopefully I'll have better insight than quite literally anyone.
All right.
That being said, Waffles, before we go, I just want to try something with the antidote by pouring a little bit of it on a piece of algae on the floor to see if it kills it.
Sure. Give me a life science check real quick. And did you get the stuff from the middle room and or the food room?
I would have been very cautious about letting Dr. Len go into the food room.
Yeah, I don't want to go into the food room. So I think I'm content with just this.
Will volunteer. If you mention that it might be important.
Yeah, I'm sure we'd have a discussion about it. If you want to go in, go for it.
Okay.
Our robot.
Are you going in, Tetsu?
Yeah, if it doesn't look like complete suicide, yes.
I mean, it doesn't look like anything super dangerous, and there's bottles on the table, basically.
Okay, I will go into the room.
Okay, give me a fortitude saving throw.
That was gonna fucking happen.
Played like a fiddle, dag nabbit, he got us.
Well, if you're already infected, it's...
I didn't get you, it just doesn't look dangerous. What do you want?
17.
Okay, you still feel like nothing has happened. You're able to grab the bottles.
Alright, I'm going to grab them, but I'm using my hygiene kit to de-COVID them from the outside.
Excellent.
Okay.
And then just
Walking around.
tentatively carrying them out. Yeah.
Walking around with a bottle of Windex, spraying everything. Okay.
That's exactly what I thought. I was like, a little bottle of Windex comes out of his arm. And he just
Kinda,
goes-
yeah. He pulls it out of his bag and it's just coated in this stuff.
All right. For the final loot, you guys have 2 vials of pain-aways. That is a drug.
Ooh.
You can look up what it does.
Sounds
You
self-explanatory.
have 2 uses of counteractant. You can look that up as well. That is a type of elixir or serum. And then you have 1 vaccine against innumerable adaptation alteration.
How many? 2? 1.
I'm gonna guess that's not
1.
in Nethys.
That is not a Nethys. That is a
They really
me.
need to step up their game.
Okay, I won't be pouring anything out, actually. I'm going to just wait on that.
What I will tell you is you guys all, you can take whatever you want. The computer, we're going to speed it up a little here. The computer, you can take whatever you want. We'll go over it next session with everything you got into the ship. But we're ending this session with you getting into your ship. Dr. Lin is kind of going over this. He's narrowed down what all the vials kind of look like, and this one looks intensely different than all the others. And it's this vaccine. And with this vaccine, he is able to very quickly, within the hour, narrow exactly what the disease does. This disease goes along the physical condition tracker, much like radiation poisoning. But it stops at the comatose stage. And instead of continuing further, every day left comatose, you will roll on a random table that I made and see what happens, what changes, what adapts in the person's body.
Oh. That's
And that's where we're in the session.
insane.
I want to play with that. I want to play with
I
that
don't
so
want to
bad.
get sick, but hot damn, Waffles. That's an awesome
I rolled a
homebrew.
12.
Goodness.